Good morning, team. Team Trades. Welcome to J Trades TV. How's everybody morning? I hope that everybody had a Merry Christmas. Shout outs to Marty, everybody, Trade Life, all of y'all, man. I'm here in effect. Just trying to set the New Year's off right, making sure we go about it the right way. No trades for me at this time. We are still looking at SPY at this moment. Let's go ahead and go over let me move this over a little bit. Today for the economic datas. As you can see, for the 25th, well, it was the holiday, so we didn't have any data. Today we had the S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index that was at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow we will not have any data. And Thursday, we will have initial jobless claims. We're going to have the advanced U.S. Trade balance and goods, advanced retail inventories, and advanced wholesale inventories. And at 10 o'clock, we're going to have the pending home sales. So my main focus on Thursday will be the initial jobless claims and the pending home sales. And following Friday, which we're not going to really have a lot of data because we're going to be rolling into the new year. So it's not gonna really be a lot. And as far as the earnings, as y'all can see, we have nada. As far as the earnings, you can see right here clearly, just a blank sheet. We have no earnings at all as we close out for 2023. So no earnings, no real economic data. So basically everything's going to be a lot of momentum driven movements until we cross over to 2024. More there. All right, I see you, man. Yeah, I'm back on the scene, man. Back on the scene. What Nuno at? I mean, still sitting in my well, I'm at 325, so I'm just still waiting to make a nice little move so I get up to this little $500 mark. Look, he coming in now. I see him rolling in. So I'm still sitting at 325, man. Still sitting there. So man, how was everybody's Christmas? I ain't gonna lie, I ate my butt off for Christmas. I'm not gonna even lie to you, man. I gave my kids their gifts and everything. My daughter had a big, huge LOL house that cost like $200, and as you know, my son is the Roblox king, so I done spent over almost $200-300 on him just on Roblox alone. So he's still harassing me for money on Roblox, but yeah, man, we just trying to better prepare ourselves as we roll into 2024. Again, this is the last and final week of this year, so do take your time. You don't have to force a trade. If you don't feel like trading for this week, you can sit on your hands, just watch the charts, and just wait for the new setup for 2024. Yep, same here, Marty. Man, I was 10. Man, I had gumbo. Man, we had man, they had like, I think my grandmother had turkey. I don't know why they had like Thanksgiving feast for Christmas. That's weird. But I mean, it had ham and cake and cupcakes, and oh man, I was tearing it up, man. But YouTube family, Twitch family, Twitter family, Rumble family, how's everybody doing? I hope all of y'all had a blessed and happy Christmas going into New Year's as we start anew. So shout outs to everybody, man. Shout outs to everybody. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for tuning in on this slow and consolidated week, which I'm pretty sure we're going to have for the rest of this week until we enter 2024. And as you can see, I got a new setup right now. Oh man, you know what I forgot to do real quick? Oh man, I did all that, didn't even put in my green screen. I was doing so much rushing. Hold on, let me put the green screen in. My fault. Hold up. Put that in. All right, I'm back. I forgot to put the green screen in. I was too busy rushing. My fault, man. I wouldn't even. I ain't got none of my stuff set up just yet. Make sure I got it all set up and everything. My mistake. All right, we good to go. My fault. I forgot to put, man, the whole green screen and everything. I forgot. My fault. But yeah, man. Yeah. So right now it's gonna be like a little slow. I think it's gonna be a slow week at this moment. So again, I'm not gonna rush any trades. No, I'm still trying to get to that $500 mark before the end of the year hits. So I'm trying to if I can get 1,000, I'll get 1,000. But I'm not gonna try to force a trade. But as y'all can see, we are still kind of on this. Let me see. And I got everything set up so where my little chat box is not blocking anything. So Let me see. Why do I have it set up at? Yeah, so I have it set up to where the chat box won't block the charts at all. So I got everything set up for y'all guys. Oh, and also another thing, I will be having a timestamp on my YouTube videos as well too. So you can skip past the intros. You can either go straight to the economic talks, earnings talks, straight to spot, conversation. So I will be having the new timestamps put in on my YouTube description. So just to help y'all guys out if y'all want to skip past, the intros and everything. And so I'm trying to do the same. Hope to hit 500 before the new year. Man, same here, boss. I'm trying, man. I was about to, man. And I don't know. I see my contracts kind of going up and down. I just didn't want to force anything because I seen that it's holding. But I'm looking at my contracts right now, right here. So it's just kind of like downtrendish. I mean, I want to see a crossover, so I feel a little comfortable to add in and then let it go up. Cause it look like that's what they want to do. Cause I'm looking at SPY right now, cause we are hitting 475. So we are definitely hitting 475 right now. So let me go in real quick. Where's my other chart at? Let me go to it real quick. Which one is this one? 5 minutes. This is my 30-minute chart. So let me put that to so we are, man, I should be getting in soon on my contracts though. But I was just waiting. I was waiting for the setup. I didn't want to jump in just yet, Nuno. So I was just kind of waiting it out for everything to kind of iron itself out because I knew it was going to kind of be dead and just waiting for the right opportunities. But like I said, man, if a lot of y'all, if y'all don't feel like trading, don't trade. Don't force a trade. Wait for the New Year's to roll around. Y'all don't have to trade at all. You can save your funds. Wait for January. I mean, it's right around the corner. I mean, you can trade if you want to. You don't have to, but, if you do, just take your time. Make sure you have a game plan behind it. So right now, I am watching my charts at this moment. We are coming out of, we're in a little channel of 474 to 475, which we are testing the top portion of this little channel. So we do look like we are building somewhat of an uptrend too. So let me hear and put my little line as usual. Marty, in the trade, boss. Let's see. So yeah, so far we're on an uptrend at this moment. Let's see. And I know by my hair, I look like I'm bald. I'm not. My hair here. So I just got a little fade off to the side. I had a cousin of mine that came down, and man, yeah, and I did like a little photo shoot. So I hope y'all like the new little photos I put into the intros and everything. So I wanted to, I just wanted to have more of a professional look. I wanted to kind of get out of the little black fitted, hooded type stuff. So I wanted to look a little bit more casual, look a little bit more professional. So I wanted to have something new as we go into the New Year's. I didn't want to get out of that. That's just the reason why I wear that too, that's just my comfort clothes. Because I put it like this, dude, I am really, I'm like a hermit crab. I really do not go nowhere. Like I stay stuck in the house with hoods on, hooded jackets. And I'm just comfortable. I really don't go nowhere. I guess like the older you get, that partying scene, it kind of comes, it just dies out of you. Like you don't feel like doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of want to lay back and relax, put on a nice little Netflix and chill. And, don't get me wrong, I'll still go out, but it just, I don't know, the way the world is now these days and the weather and all of that, I just like staying stuck in the house. I'm cool being in the house. I'm fine with that. Plus, they help you save money too, because once you go out, you're tempted to go buy stuff. Whether it's at the store, whether you go out and want to go buy drinks. You tempted to want to spend money on something. But if you stuck in the house, you just kind of like on chill mode. Looking clean, man. Appreciate you, Marty. Yeah, man. As soon as I got my hair cut, I got my little fade. I wanted to, put on a little fit and just, change up the little pictures just a little bit, man, as we go into 2024. Wanted to, add a little bit of professionalism to myself. All right, so right now we are still getting rejected at that 475 mark because you already know how, as I broke that down. Once we cross over to 475, we only $5 away from hitting those all-time highs at 480. So right now I think it's going to be like somewhat of a steady climb as we go throughout the rest of this week. So I think it's going to be like a small movement up each day. So me personally, I'm staying on the call side. I'm not getting on puts at this moment until I see a clear sign of a reversal. And for me, a clear sign of a reversal is once we come out of 470 back into the 460s, like 465s. So I don't want to see it come out of 470 just to 478. I'm sorry, 468 and then bounce right back on up. Me, a clear sign of reversal again is when we get shot out of 470s down into the 475s, and that's, to me, that's when I see a clear sign of reversal for puts. But till then, I'm gonna just do calls because I still think we're gonna ride it on up all the way till we hit those highs. I still believe that. Me and Deck both agree on that, so I still think that's gonna happen. Because as you can see, I mean, we are still slowly trending up on the uptrend. Let me go back to my, where's my charts at? This is the week pattern. So you can see we're still bouncing. Remember, this is 2020. We bounced off of 2020. And then 2022, we bounced. 2023, we bounced twice. And as you can see, we kept building higher lows. Somewhat of a cup and handle pattern. Well, not somewhat, it was a cup and handle pattern. And as you can see, we're getting closer. We're inching closer and closer towards that high of 478. Well, I mean, we're getting there. I say 478, 480. Where is my mind right now? Guess I'm still trying to wake up. Excuse me. Just saying random numbers at this moment. Let me see. Let me try to make another one for 480. So 480 is going to be our main target. So we know for sure 480 will be the main target. So let me go ahead and change that out for 480. So right here, that is going to be our main target, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, this cup and handle, that will complete the cup and handle pattern as soon as we just touch this 480 mark. The last time we touched around the 480 mark was at the beginning of 2022. At the end of going from 2021 into 2022, we hit for around 480. Then we came down. We dropped for almost 2 years, and we wind up coming right back at the end of this year, right back around close to towards those record-breaking highs. So we are inching closer and closer towards the 480 mark. So do keep that in mind. And again, me personally, I will stay on the call side at this moment. So I don't see any signs of downtrend or any signs of basically going for puts. Because as you can see, look at all these candles, all the green candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and potentially the 9th candle. So as we going into towards the end of the close of 2023. So it's all green candles, as you can see. So to me, I'm still thinking we're going to push up because the buying volume is just incredible. I mean, like I said, we're going on almost 9 straight weeks of it. Well, not weeks, but days. But, I mean, you can clearly see this. It's just number buying volume. You can see this. So, I mean, you got to ask yourself, what in your mind would say that it's time to go for a put when you see no signs of a reversal? I mean, right here, that was in 2022. You clearly see a sign of a reversal as we hit those highs. It started to trend on down for the whole entire year. And then as we came into 2023, we found a bounce point and started bouncing and going right back on up towards those highs. So at this moment, we already had a whole year of pretty much downside. So you got to think about that. A whole entire year of downside. Now we have a year of upside. So you have to understand that we already went through a whole year in 2022 of, a pretty much of a downtrend going from the 480s back on down to like the 360s. Now we're going into 2023, going back up from the 360s, going back up to the 480s. So it's almost like a $100 move down and a $100 move back on up, pretty much. So the question is, how's 2024 going to handle up as we get towards these record-breaking highs? Will we continue and create new highs going towards the 500 area, or will we see a repeat of 2022 as we've seen here? As we hit those highs, it came on down and started a downtrend in 2022. So as we go into 2024, will we see a repeat of 2022 as a downtrend, or will we see a new record-breaking high going towards the 500 areas? So only time will tell. But right now, like I said, I do see a nice cup and handle pattern for everything is moving on the upside at this moment that I can see. We already bounced off of this trend line, this yearly trend line. As I come back out of it, you can see it here. So we bounce, and as you can see, we're getting tighter and tighter into a wedge for a possible move on up. I mean, we could, like I said, if the upside continues and the buyers and the bulls stay on top of it, we can see potentially new highs to move up to 500. So it just all depends. Once we hit this 480, what will take place? Will it continue to hold up as overall resistance once again, or will we break the 480 for this year and create new highs going into next year? So I mean, what do y'all guys think? Marty, Nuno, what do y'all guys think as we close out towards 2023? I mean, will we see new record-breaking highs past 480s up towards the 500s, maybe 490s, or will we get stuffed out again at 480s and see a repeat of 2022? So I mean, the way it's going to me, I think we're gonna see new highs. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie to you, because I mean, we went on a 2-year uptrend here from 2020 to 2021. You can see here we're on a nice uptrend, 2 years, and then we had 1 year of downtrend and then a 1 year uptrend. So will we have another 2-year movement as we did in 2021, or will we see another downtrend going in like a repeat of 2022? Let me see. This week, not a lot. I think we will push this past record break. I think so. I think we're going to push past these record-breaking highs and create new highs. I think so too, boss. Because like I said, we already had a 1 year of downtrend, and now we're back on a new year of uptrend, going right back towards these highs again. So like I said, we haven't seen those highs since last year of 2022, and that was at the beginning of 2022. So it took us a whole almost 2 years to get right back to this spot towards this 480 mark. So I do think we're going to see some record-breaking highs while we do have the upside at this moment, and I think buyers are going to take advantage at this point in time, because now we're right back towards these record-breaking highs, because again in 2022 we didn't see it. We was all the way down towards the 360s, and then as 2023 rolled around, then we started to get right back around it. So again, we have not seen 480 around these areas within almost 2 years. So we're going right back towards those areas. So I think that as we get back towards those highs, I think the buyers and the bulls, will take control of this, take advantage of this opportunity and try to ride it out as much as they can. So I think so. Because you got to think about it. If we do hit and 480 still becomes, resistance, who's to say when we're going to see 480 once again? Will it be another year? Will it be another 2 years? We never know. But while we are around these record-breaking highs, I think the bulls will try to take advantage of it and try to push it up as high as it can, because we don't know if once we do get that resistance and that pullback, we don't know when we're going to see these record-breaking highs again. So I think we're going to push up to higher levels before we catch a fade. I think so. Because the way the route is going, I mean, I think we may, especially with January rolling around and just right around the corner, I think we're going to get a nice push from December on up from January, around, I think maybe into the 490s to the 500s maybe. We could see some new record-breaking highs. We could possibly see it. But as we get closer, as we inch closer and closer towards this mark, I mean, it's going to be a challenge, because you got to think about people that remember what happened here, that tried to buy in thinking it was going to be a break of 480 and then just got crushed all the way back on down. So you got to think about the ones that might have that fear once again as we hit these areas, not knowing if we're going to break it or not. They might try to sell out of their position ahead of time, because not knowing if we're going to break 480 or not, and cause this 480 to continuously be resistance once again. Or we might have enough buying volume to break past 480 and see new record-breaking highs. So it's all about the psychology, just the thought process of all the traders, or what their mind, that they're thinking as we get towards these highs. As we get towards these highs, will the buyers get scared, thinking they're going to see another repeat of 2022, or will they just proceed to push past that area and create new highs? So, TradeCaster 50 streamers. Man, we up and running, boss. Man, our libraries are growing every day. Every day we growing non-stop, and we supposed to be having some new streamers coming on too. So, I mean, the community is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And from YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, if y'all haven't signed up to TradeCaster.com, do feel free to join TradeCaster. Let me break it on down real quick. So as you can see, go to TradeCaster. Let me go to the pricings real fast. Pricings. Should be able to go to it. As you guys can see, if you do so happen to join TradeCaster.com, you will have the membership package. You will have the lifetime package of $3,200. You will have the monthly of $174. You will have the semi-annual for $870. and you will have the annual for 1,700. So any, whatever package is that's comfortable for you, I mean, do feel free to choose it, but it is worth it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen who have not subscribed to TradeCaster, I'm just giving y'all a heads up. Do feel free to join our family, because I mean, it is a lot of accurate, positive traders, top traders who break down everything to a science. If you don't have an understanding of patterns and just the stock market in general, I mean, you can go into this lobby right here where we have not only myself, we have Caesar, we have, the boss man himself, Deckmore Trades, we have Active, we have Mumble Trader, we have all these wonderful guys, all these wonderful traders. And we do have a lot of females that's coming in as well, and we will have some Spanish traders coming in, to translate, can speak in Spanish and different languages as well too. So it's not only just English; there'll be basically, like I said, in different varieties of languages, basically to give you a better understanding. So we do have a lobby. The lobby is constantly growing. The new traders, helping other traders, get on board to help them become better traders. So do feel free to log on and subscribe to TradeCaster.com. So just giving y'all heads up, man. It's an incredible website. It's an incredible community, incredible chat room. Sean Deckmore is an incredible leader, and we do thank him for everything that he has done for us. So, man, and I mean, he's brought me, and I'm a living testimony to that, because I ain't gonna lie, I sucked as a trader. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I sucked until what I got with Deckmore. He broke down everything to a science. I got a better understanding, and I, started to go down to the, the video libraries and everything. If you need help on everything, you have, as far as, you got a 2023 boot camp. You got lessons from AK-47. If you need help on, level 2s, you got level 2 setups. You have shorting boot camp, entries, candlesticks. You have indicators, trend lines, support and resistance, chart patterns, and anything that you may need help with. I mean, everything is just a click away. So do feel free to join, or just take a look at TradeCaster.com and give it a try, y'all. So just let y'all know it's the real deal. But right now we are still testing at 75. Pretty much, okay, today, remember how I told you that SPY likes to move in twos. So you already have a bottom of 474. You got your mid of 475, which we're at this moment. And then we have the top of 476. So once we get out of that channel from the 474 to 476, once we break above 476, now you're going to go from that 476 to 478. But as you notice, the channels are moving slowly up towards those record-breaking highs. So right now we are in the mid area at 475, which we're testing at this moment for the possible move on up to 476. So as you can see right here, what is this? I got my 5-minute charts right here, 5 minutes. Yeah, so we have held up around the 4. Let me make a nice little channel real quick like I normally do. So let me go ahead and break this down. And if y'all guys need to ask me any questions on anything, YouTube, anybody, man, I'm here to help with anything. Like Twitch, Twitter, like I'm here to help with anything y'all need. Like whether it's, the breakdown of the chart patterns, indicators, SPY. Just do feel free to reach out to me here. You can reach out to me in my TradeCaster lobby, or you can reach out to me in my email at jtrades.com, jtrades@gmail.com. So if y'all need help with anything, just feel free. I mean, I'm here to help y'all, man. I don't judge anybody. If you're new to it, never feel afraid that I'm gonna judge you. I'm never gonna judge anybody. If you're new to it, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we all trying to learn. We all trying to make money. We all trying to live life the way that we want to live life. Nothing is wrong with that in no shape, form, or fashion. So let me duplicate that. Let me see. Let me make another copy of this real quick. And put that for 476. I'm gonna create a channel real quick, ladies and gentlemen. So I got my 474. I had put my little area here. So let me switch that over to 475 real quick. All right, 475. So set up my channel real quick so you can see where we're in. So we have a bottom here of 474. We got the mid area of 475. Let me go ahead and set my channel up real quick like I normally do with a top of 476. And like I said, the reason why I set my channels up like this is because SPY normally likes to move by twos. So, you know, you'll have a bounce around 472, then you'll bounce right, then you'll have a move up to 474, then your next level now is 476. So we are in a little channel right now, 474 to 476, and you are in the mid area of 475. So if you stay above 475, we can move on up to that 476 level because you're just $1 away. Let me put the right colors in it like I normally do. Boom, boom, boom. So this is the channel that we are in at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. This is the channel, and we are slowly moving on up towards the goal of 480. We just slowly moving day by day. We still bouncing on this uptrend here. So let's see. So yeah, right now 474 is holding. Right now we're in the middle of this, in this area right now. We're in the mid area of the channel for a possible move on up to 476. Once 476, we break 476 and hold, we'll switch the channel. We'll take away the 474 and we'll move that up to the 478. So that'll put us in the channel 476 bottom, 477 mid, and 478 tops. And then once we get into that level, we'll only be $4 away from the record-breaking highs. So we are still in this little area right now, in this little channel at this moment. So we are here. So boom. So yeah, so right now we're in this little channel of 474 bottom and 476 tops. So as long as we stay on this uptrend, we stay above this 475 mark. I can see us breaking right through this 476 mark. We hold it. Again, we'll create a new channel from 476 to this 478. That'll put us in that little channel. And then once we break this 478, you're only $2 away from the 480 mark. So if you notice, we slowly moving by twos, slowly moving by twos. So you can see right here, every single time, let's see right here. See, we bounced off of 468, then 469, then right here we bounced off the 470 area. Then it put us in the 472s. If you notice, it's by twos. So 468. And then right here, the 470s, 472s. Now we're in the 474s, and then the possible move on up to the 476. So it just slowly moving on up, slowly moving on up. So that's why I'm saying, especially with no earnings at all this week, and no major economic data. Again, everything is going to be pretty much momentum based, pretty much. Nuno, Marty, anything yet? Y'all still see any trades that y'all like or anything? Let me go ahead and update my Twitch. Let me see what's my Twitch. So right now, let me see. SPY needs. Let me see. Needs to hold above 475 for the possible test of 476. SPY needs to hold above 475. I'm gonna put mid-range, and for the possible test, which is the top channel. All right, needs to hold above 475 mid-range. Put that real quick, mid-range for the possible test of 476 top resistance. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and copy that, put that on both and my YouTube as well. All right, boom. So I should have it under both of them. So my YouTube, it should pop up on my YouTube as well. Just trying to see if it's gonna show up on there we go. Cool. That'll work. Same as Nuno. Yeah, nothing. Same here, boss. Nothing here to it. Just, I mean, all I see is some sideways movement. I don't see anything. Yeah, I'm just still think it's gonna just be sideways at the moment. Like Deck was saying, I mean, it might put us in a position to where we might have to, if we were to swing, you know, it wouldn't be a day trade. It'll have to be like a few days hold. So we'll have to probably hold for a few days. But that's about it. But as far as a day trade, I just don't see any like rapid movements, you know, as far as an overextension on the upside nor on the downside. So right now we just kind of in this mid area, you know, right now, even on the 5 minutes. Let me put it on the 3 minutes, see if I see any difference real quick. Excuse me. So let's see. Where's my 10-3? Didn't I have a 10-3 somewhere? 10-3. There we go. So same thing. It's really no difference. Yeah. So it's just still kind of sideways. Really nothing too major. Nothing too major, man. Man, but what do we have? YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TradeCaster. What does everybody have planned for 2024, man? What's y'all New Year's resolution? Like, man, what do y'all have set for 2024, man? I ain't gonna lie, my goal is to be I still want to be a better trader, man. I still have to work on myself, so I still want to, my resolution just to be a better trader. And my goal is to hit six figures in 2024, and just to be a better person in general, man. Because I want to be a leader for not only my kids but for people around me. So, I mean, I still want to work on myself in general. So I want to be a better person. You know, whatever I did do in 2023, I do want to leave it in the past. You know, whatever I did wrong, right, whatever the case may be, you know, put in the past, focus on the future. You know, but I do want to better myself in general. But I do have a goal of hitting six figures this year. 2024. Six figures, I'm hitting six figures. I guarantee you that. I'm pushing. I'm not stopping till I hit it. I'm telling you. Six figures, I will be hitting it. Just letting y'all know, Nuno. 6 figures. I will be getting ready. So just gonna let you know up front. Okay, where's my oh shoot, what did I do with my contract? I gotta mess with Nuno, man. That's my boy. I'm trying to find what did I do with my contract so I can just see if I want to get in the trade. I'm trying to think what I did with my contract. Man. Where is it at? Nope, that's the wrong contract. Which one is this one? Nope, and nope. Nope, that is not it. That is not it. That is not it. Did I delete my contract? No, I didn't. Oh, there we go. I got it. Cause I just want to look at that. God dang, it's dumping. I'm looking at that contract like, jeez. Man, that mug looking just. Let me see if I need to move it up some. God, dog. Just want to see if we're gonna get some overextensions on the downside. I'm not gonna lie, I might. I just want to see well, if I do that, I might have to go. I'm gonna have to change my contract out though, because I'm not gonna do the same. Let me see. What it says the 29th. I might have to extend it out just a little bit. Let me see. Thursday maybe. Yeah, I might have to extend my contract out just a little bit if I do. I'm just checking out my options right now. I'm not jumping in anything just yet, so I'll let y'all know if I do. I'm just checking out my options. So I haven't jumped in anything yet. Just letting y'all know. Just checking out the contracts to see how they look at this moment. Ew, it's the only thing I hate about it when you do go out far. It's just the fact is they don't look healthy until it gets to those dates. It just look just like dashes and dashes. Like I don't like it. It's the only thing I hate about that. Let me try a day out. Let me just see how my day out looks. Let me see. All right, these don't look bad. These don't look bad at all. Yeah, he said. Yeah, I'm looking at it too more. I see a little pullback. Yeah, but I was thinking, and that's what I thought it was gonna bounce around that 475.50. 474.50. Junk, and I was like, it might bounce around that area. Let me see, because where's the open? Open is all the way down to 474.07. I mean, we're still on this uptrend at this moment. Let's see. Yeah, because even if I was to put that downtrend, that uptrend this way, it's not gonna look right. So this to me would be more of a better fit. Because as you can see, it hit underneath and fell. So that uptrend is pretty much accurate right now, even though we have some downside underneath it. It's still, as you can see, it got rejected. So it's showing you that it's holding up in some type of accuracy. Man, I should have got in right there. I thought about it too. And I seen that pull back. It didn't go all the way down. What was the low on this one? Low was what? 474, 53. You see what I mean? By them cents again? Here we go with that crap again. It's always all about a few cents. It stay doing that. But I do see a lot of still downside. You see that? Look at that. Look at the indicators. The indicator still looking a little, and that's on a 3 minute too. Still looking a little downish at the moment. I mean, like I said, as long as we stay above the 50, we good. You know, I mean, it can do have a little bit of downside here and there, but as long as that 50 stays at the bottom and we don't have like this type of issue where the 50 is on top, because if you notice, as I broke this down before, once the 50 gets on top and you know your indicators reversed, then that's when your downside comes into play. Because as you can see right here, the minute that your main indicators loses the top and start to go underneath the 50, that's when you see a lot of downside until we get the cross right back on over. So anytime you see your indicators pretty much reversing, when your red is on top, your orange is in the middle, and the blue is at the bottom, that's when you get your nice little reverse on down. But then once we reverse back on up, you can see the indicators go right back into their rightful place. When your 50 is at the bottom, your orange is in the middle, and your blue is at the top. So as you can see right here, it reversed here from the downside back on up to the right side. So as long as that 50 is at the bottom, I'm not sweating it. I mean, so I can imagine a lot of pullbacks here and there. So, but if you notice, the indicators is still holding to the top though. So, but it's just not. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of volume though, guys. I mean, especially we don't have a lot of information. We don't have no good economic data. We don't have no earnings period for the rest of this week. So everything is pretty much gonna be momentum based. It's gonna be pretty much momentum driven at this point in time. So right now we're still in this little channel. We're in the mid area of the channel, because remember, 474 is your bottoms, your 475 is your mid, and your 476 is your top. So right now we're still in this little mid area at this moment still. So I'm still keeping on watch. So I'm still looking at my contracts, just seeing if I see anything that is interesting that I might. Because with this one, I have it set out for tomorrow's date, but if I want to set it for tomorrow's date, I want to see some more pullbacks. I don't want to get like in the middle where it can fall, then I'm underneath. Like I want to at least get a nice area of something. I mean, I know I'm not saying it's gonna drop like this, but you kind of get what I'm talking about. Once it falls into a certain key area, and you get overextended even on the downside off of these indicators, and you can see once you find a nice area where it bounces at a good support area, which is 472, you bounce, and then you start to retract right back above those indicators and come right back on up. So you're buying it at a good level, especially if you would have bought in around a 472, and then you caught that retraction right back above those indicators, and look where it stayed at. Got in at 474, put you right above 473 for a move right back on up around 474 to 475. So those are the type of moves that I look for. I look for those type of like nice little drops when I know we have good, decent support areas. And, and not just that, the extension off of the indicators where we can get retracted right back on up into these areas where you can just hold it. So that's basically what I've been looking for. But like this type of stuff here, I don't like that. I don't like when it just kind of consolidating in this little area. Because again, when it's kind of like this, you don't know which way it's going to truly go. So if I was to get in now, we don't know if it's going to go up. We don't know whether it's going to go down. So when you're in the middle, it's pretty tough to kind of determine the area that is going to truly go. I mean, you might luck up, get in on the call, and it goes up. Then you might not. You might luck out, and it goes down. So when you're in the middle, it's very tough to get in. That's why I do not like trading the middle areas, which is why I always have my channel setups. So if I have a channel setup, I know where my bottoms are at, and I know where my tops are at. So meaning that if I'm looking in for a bottom, okay, I'm looking in for a call. So I want to get in at the bottom to ride it back on up. If I'm looking in for a put, then I want to go in at the very top and then ride it back on down. But when I'm in the middle, it's very tough because, again, you don't know the true direction of where a SPY might go. Again, you'll get in the middle. It could go up. It could go down. You never know. But at least if you know you're buying around the bottom areas at your base, you have a support area to go back on up. If you're looking in for a put, you know you have a lot of areas of resistance for it to move back on down. But in the middle, it can go either which way. It can go up, it can go down, or I can just stay going this way and it just, drain out your contracts with a lot of time decay kicks in. So, like in these type of areas, I kind of just sit on my hands on this. So, and that's the thing about it. You don't have to trade every day to make good profit. All you do is wait for the right perfect setups. Like when you like something like this, you can just sit on your hands. But when you see opportunities like this, when you get a nice little drop, but you also know that we are still on the upside, you know that we're still on an uptrend, even despite of this drop, you know that you can get better opportunities and better profit when you catch moves like this, when you have overextensions for a nice bounce back on up. But when you're just consolidating like this, you're not going to get a lot of profit. You're going to get a few cents here and there, but I'd rather stay out of this and try to catch one of these. This is what I like to catch. So you can either catch in for a put for a move on down, or you can wait to catch in going for a call for a move back on up. See, that's your better opportunities of making profit. But these type of situations like these, I don't like that. I don't get into those. I avoid that as much as possible. So that's why you always have to understand the areas that you need to get into, as far as comfort, as far as your entries and exits. Because you already know we went over ELE for this whole entire year of 2023. ELE, which means environment, levels, entries, and exits. You gotta understand your environment. What is your environment? Your environment is the state that the market transitions into. What are your states? You have 4 states. You have a reversal state, you have a breakout state, you have a ranging state, and a trending state. So while this is going on and moving a little slow, I'm gonna just as we close out for 2023, let me go back over the ELE once again for those who probably don't know what it is. Dang, I didn't mean to open up my TradeCaster. No, shut it down. I don't need you right now. Get out of that. Let me bring up ELE real quick. So let's bring up ELE for those who don't know what it is. So let me break it down while the market is moving a little slow. Okay, your ELE. ELEE, your environments, your levels, your entries, your exits. All right, what is your environment? Your environment is market structure, the context of the market. What is the market structure? It's pretty much the states. What are the states that the market normally transitions between? You have 4 states that the market transitions between every market run. You know, whether it's pre-market, after hours, intraday, you go through the same transitions of these 4 states. You have the trending state, you have the ranging state, you have the breakout state, and you have the reversal state. Once you familiarize yourself, whatever state you're in, whether you're doing pre-market, after hours, or intraday, once you familiarize yourself with the state, then you can kind of understand the pattern and as far as your entries and your exit, and also your levels. What is your levels? Your levels is pretty much determined price point of support and resistance levels in the market. Okay, you already know what your entries are. What is your entry? Of course, is the desired price point a trader chooses to enter a stock, as well as your exit. What is the exit? Your exit is the desired price point a trader chooses to exit a stock. So this is what I go by every single time when I'm trading. I go by my ELE. I go by my environment. What is my environment? What are my levels? What is my entry? What is my exit? And I stick to that every single time. So whether I'm looking at it from a weekly standpoint, an intraday standpoint, a monthly, whatever the case may be, I'm looking for a pattern that can kind of tell me exactly where the market is going, the overall direction, so I don't try to guess myself, where I can see that, okay, even though we're getting pullbacks, I can see overall that we are on an uptrend. So even once I look at this chart here, I see that we're getting pullbacks, but overall we are on an uptrend, regardless to the fact. Just like here, this is a reversal. You can see this is a reversal state because you went up. You went on somewhat of a trending state, and then you reversed on down. That's a reversal state. Here, you wind up going to somewhat of a channel-like state. And then you went here, went into a trending state. So, I mean, it's about just understanding the different patterns within each frame to understand exactly, okay, the movement of the market. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it consolidating? Is it going for a U shape, red to green? I mean, but you just have to use every time frame to the best of your ability to understand the directions of the market, and also understand what are you? Are you going for calls? Or are you going for puts? If you're going for puts, okay, look for overall extensions towards areas of resistance that the market can turn. How do you figure that out? Sometimes you can base it on the past. So if you've seen that we have resistance here, which is last Wednesday. Okay, What about we getting towards this area again? We will see another reversal. So you know for sure that this area is resistance at 475.90 because you can see what we got rejected at in the past. So as we get closer and closer towards these areas, you have to ask yourself, could this be another setup for a basically resistance? So that's another area. So you just look at the overall charts to understand your support, to look at, for resistance, to look at support, because you can see here around 469, you bounced, and then went on up. So you can know for sure. So if we break it down like this, you can see a big channel pretty much. If you look at it from this standpoint, I can put it here where I can see multiple bounces at, minus this little drop. I can see right here overall you bounced once, you bounced twice, you bounced 3 times around this area of 469. Here I can see around this area 475.90, we got rejected, came on down. So if I look at it from a channel, from this big channel standpoint, I can see that we are coasting closer and closer towards these areas of the highs that we got rejected at in the past, because sometimes the past can come back into the present. So that's another way to look at it. You can look at it from a channel standpoint. You can also look at it from a trending standpoint. It's different ways you can look at it. I don't like the way this one trend. The way this trend line is set up, because it's not touching. That's why I had it set up the other way. See, when you bounce, and despite these little drops, you're still holding up on this little uptrend. We're trying to, but overall, if we look at it from a channel standpoint, you can see where resistance is at, came on down. Boom. You can see where support is at, went on up. So you can look at it again. You can look once you familiarize yourself with your channels, you're able to understand the areas. Okay, do I need to have a put mindset or do I need to have a call mindset? If I know these areas is holding up very well, okay, I'm gonna have a call mindset. If I know this area of resistance is holding up well, okay, then I'm gonna have a put mindset. So therefore, if I'm getting into these areas, then I have a way better chance of profiting from the 475s all the way on down to the 469s. If I get into the 469s on a call, I have a way better chance to making profit back into the 474s. So that's the areas I like waiting for. But like these little channels, when it's just doing something like this, that's more like a scalping situation. But these are the areas that I like looking for, when you can go for these big drops and make bigger profit, and you go for the nice pops for a bigger profit. So on down, you make money. On up, you make money. So once you familiarize yourself with your levels of support and resistance, then you can play off of that until we break either new highs or new lows. That's another way to look at it. Because like I said, despite that we had this little drop here, you can see that we bounced around this 469 area once, twice, 3 times. So we know that this area is strong support. Here we tested 475.90 and then came on down. So we know for sure that this is resistance. So that's another way to look at it from a channel standpoint. So even if you put all your charts together, you can see. So around that 469, you had a lot of activities. Whether you got resisted, it was resistance or support. But around that area, you had a lot of activities. Whether, again, we got rejected or whether it held up as support. And these are multiple weeks together, different days. But they all, like I said, around the same price action are making the same reaction, if that makes sense. You never look at this level right here where we got rejected at. That was around 474 itself. Yep, you can see right here we got rejected. Until we break above it, that turns into support. So we match these lines. You can kind of see it. See, if you put this area here and line it up here, you can see it. So this area, let me draw a line real quick. So this area was once resistance, and if you go across the board now, is now support. See? What was once resistance is now support. Boom, boom, boom. See, that's another way. That's why I always use the past to kind of figure out certain areas of resistance, certain areas of support, to kind of help me out overall on my initial entry. So that's what I do. I'll take like a 10-day 3-minute, 10-day 5-minute, 10-day 30. Yearly, weekly, whatever the case may be, to give me a clear sign of where I feel that, okay, despite throughout all the choppiness, what are the areas that I know for sure that I know that can hold up as support and resistance? So if I get out of this, once I take a look, I step out and get a big bigger look overall, I can see that we got rejected here. We got rejected here. We got rejected here until we broke above it. Support, support, support. Came right back underneath it. Broke right back above it. Support, support. Back underneath it. Right back above it. Support, support. So I know around that 473.60 is going to hold up as some type of support and resistance. So even as we go up higher and higher and higher, now you got to look at these areas up here. Okay, where are the areas that we got rejected around in the past? We got rejected here. We got rejected here, which was around the 475, 40-ish areas, somewhere like that. So I'm going to put a line here. I'm going to put that in white as well. So, I mean, it's just another ways. Like I said, whenever you're not trading, just look for opportunities to kind of like get an idea. Let me see if I can set it on, because I know the 3 minute will be a little bit. Let me see if I can use my 30 minute time frame just a little bit, so it don't look a little too crunchy. Let me see. Do I see a better angle on this? All right. Yep. See, even on the 30 minute, same numbers. Rejected, rejected, bounce, 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 bounce around that 473.60. Bounce, 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 came back on down, went right back above it, bounce, bounce. So you know around the 473.60 is going to be support because you're above it. So we know that's going to be support. Now, as we going higher and higher, what areas do we need to look for? So let's go down, let's go up here in these little areas that we're coming up to. Let's look back into the past where we got rejected at. We can see right here around the 475.40, rejected, rejected, rejected. We bounce around at 475 because we already know that's the mid area. So we know 475 is going to be resistance. We know 475.40 is going to be resistance. So let's keep going on up. Let's see, we had the ultimate rejection here. That was around 475.80-ish. Because you see the bottom of you see the body of this candle. So let's see as we keep continuously climbing towards these areas. So let's duplicate that. Go up to 480. 475.80, I'm sorry. You can see right here, boom, got rejected, came on down. Same here, rejected, came on down. This is another area of resistance that you see that it's trying to break because 475 is the $half mark. So you already see that's why that's holding up as resistance at this moment, because we're in a $half area, and that's just natural resistance. But then once we break the 475, you can see that we have these other areas of resistance. Right here we got rejected, came on down, that was around 475.40, rejected, rejected, rejected. So we need to break 475.40 for sure. And then as we come up here, 475.80, because you got rejected, rejected, came on down. So we'll have to break 3 levels of resistance: 475.40, 475.80, and 476, which is the top of your channel. So 475 holding. So the next area to test will be the 475.40s. And as you can see, based on the past, you can see right here, 475.40. See this? Rejected, rejected, rejected. Then it try to bounce on top of it. Even if we come over here, rejected, rejected, rejected. And we are trying to push towards that area of resistance that we need to break. So, but again, when you're not trading, that's the best thing to do. Like when you're just trying to find overall areas of like support, resistance, things that could play a major role as far as a reversal, or if you're looking for a call and you're looking for a pullback, like would it be areas that it can actually bounce? I mean, you come to ask yourself a lot of these questions. So again, around that 473.62, we already know that held up as strong support, because you can see right here, you bounce, 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 ran back on up off of that 473.60. Same here, came on down, you bounce, ran on up until we cracked it, but then we came right back above it, 473.60, bounce, ran right back on up. So you know for sure that 473.60 is strong support. So that's just another way to kind of look at it. Like I said, when you're not trading, to kind of get an idea of the market's direction, where we could go. That's another thing that I normally do when I'm not trading. I'm just always trying to figure out, and get an edge on, areas of support, areas of resistance. And especially the first thing I like to do first and foremost is ask myself, do I want to go in today as a call? Do I want to go in today as a put? Like, what do I mainly want to focus on? Okay, if I do go in for a put, okay, then I need to focus on the main areas of resistance, because we know that like these little areas is going to be pretty much minor until you get into these main areas of resistance. And what I mean by the main area of resistance is you can see that once we hit around that 475.90ish mark, look at all these red candles that came right along with it. Look at this. So you know this is strong resistance, because you can see right here around this area of this 475.80 to 475.90, right here, boom, came back on down. So skip past these little minor pullbacks here. Look past the minor resistance and look at the major resistance. Because as you can see, 475.90, 475.80, once we hit here, look at all these red candles that followed right behind that. So you can see that this area is strong resistance. We know that for sure. So right here, all we doing is pretty much going right back up to these areas. So we haven't got up to the 475.80s and 475.90s just yet. So we are getting to some minor areas of resistance at the moment. We haven't got to the major. We're getting to the minor areas. So as you can see right here, 475.40 that we got here, we got rejected. Hit, got rejected. Hit, got rejected. Fell on down. We bounced off of 472, which is a natural number, which is a even number, and we came right back on up, and we about to be testing these areas once again. So we're above 475 at this moment. So we need to hold 475 and re-break 475.40. Why? Because we have got rejected here before. Not just here, but also here. You came on up, got rejected. Came on up, got rejected. Came on up, got rejected. Then you finally broke it, and it turned into support. Now that you're underneath support, that support now turns into resistance. So the goal is we need to get back on top of support, so we'll have another floor and to continuously move back on up. Taylor Trader, man, appreciate you, man. I just realized you was on, man. Thank you so much for joining me. And man, Taylor, I ain't gonna lie. Taylor Trader may not believe this, but this is one of the guys that I do look up to in Dex chat. Is between him and Iggy and all these guys. And they may not believe it or not, but these guys literally changed my thought process as far as trading. Because Taylor, I used to always watch Taylor on how he was with Tesla. And so what I did was I took the way his mindset was and I started putting it into my SPY, because I was like, I'm trying to figure out how he's thinking. So I would watch his patterns to see what he does. And all I did was take, his information that he's putting out, and I took it to my trading. And I'm like, I see what he's doing. Because what he's doing is he's understanding the personality of Tesla and all these other stocks that he's investing into. So it's not that he's just jumping into it and guessing it. It's the fact is he's understanding the personality of every single stock. So he's understanding the major areas of resistance. He's understanding the major areas of support. He's understanding the areas where you can see a reversal. But what I did was I took that information of what he put out, and I used that, and it worked. Because I want to think like him. I want to think like him. I want to think like Iggy. I want to think like AK-47. I want to think like Sean. Like Deckmore. Because I want to, and that's what it's about. That's what this community is all about, because we want to get ahead in life. And, we feed off each other. I feed off of these guys, believe it or not. I always see Taylor posting things in Deck's room, in his lobby. And it's like I'm always trying to figure out what he's doing. How is he thinking like this? What is his thought process? And that's basically what I do. And it's like I feed off of his energy. I feed off of his information, and I take it into my own and make it into my own. And basically because of them, that's why I'm the trader that I am now. And Taylor, I want to thank you so much. You, Iggy, Deckmore, man, AK-47. I want to thank all you guys for making me the trader that I am. Even for the guys that look up to me now, thank y'all for believing in me, because I have to push. So, man, I'm truly honored to be surrounded by great traders like you guys. Thank y'all so much, man. Salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank you. Hold on. Oh, and how long have I been trading? Taylor, I've been trading for roughly 5 years. 5 years. 5 years I have been trading, boss. And thank you so much too, man, for joining into my live. Thank you so much. I mean, I was so busy looking at the charts, I wasn't even looking at my my stuff, man. But I appreciate you for coming through. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, but like I said, due to these guys, that's why I was able to just take the time to just break down these charts, look at these charts. Even if I'm not trading, I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand the personality of it, especially during these slow times. That's the best thing to do because you want to understand the personalities of these stocks. Like, and what I mean by that, by the personality, understand the price levels. Like with SPY, understood that sometimes SPY normally moves by twos. It'll move because if you notice, remember we was at 454 before we even got into the 470s. You remember I was talking about this. We was at 454, remember? And then we went to 456, then we went to 458, then we went to 460s. Then once we held the 460s, then that's when we started the new channel from the 460s to the 462s. Once we broke the 462s, then we moved the channel up from the 462s to 464s. Then once 464s moved, then we kept going up in steps. And look where we're at right now. But it's all about understanding the personalities, the price points, the patterns, and once you start to do that, your trading starts to become a little bit more easy and easier. So basically what I mean by that is you're not desperately trying to jump into a trade. Now you get to the point of comfortability to where you can just lay back and relax. I haven't even jumped in a trade yet because what I'm doing at this moment is I'm trying to study and I'm trying to understand the price levels. I understand right here that I know this area is strong resistance here. If I want to go in for a put, I know around this area is a nice area for a support area. So between the 468 to 469 is strong support where we can get nice bounces. So what I'm doing is I'm just sitting back and understanding and analyzing the process, the patterns of which way that we're going. So that's why I just take my time. Instead of, again, desperately trying to trade every day, man, wait for the right opportunities. So think about it. Would you try to make a trade, for this day, just desperately just make it a small amount of money? Or will you wait for these areas where we can touch that certain overall resistance where these little 2 days wouldn't even average up to this one day you just made off of this one trade? Think about that. You made a few movement, you made a few little 20 cents, 50 cents here, 20 cents, 50 cents here, but look what happened right here. You made $1 move. So basically, you could have just waited, and made all of this in one day, especially if you're underneath the PDT. If you just only have 3-day trades. Because think about it. What about if you would have wasted all your day trades on these particular days that didn't really do anything? You got in on this day, you didn't use one trade. You didn't got in on this day, use 2 trades. Now you don't have any trades to use. Now when this day approaches, you done missed a whole opportunity. Boom. You see that? And that's what I mean by just sitting, like, you got to sit down and analyze, understand these patterns, understand these areas of support, resistance, these key levels where it can come down, bounce, go back on up, where you have a lot more upside here, and then a lot more downside here. See that? See these little areas? If you just sit and wait and just nail the right areas where that in the past we bounced here, so this area has to hold up. It has some type of meaning. This 468.40 has some type of meaning because of how the way the market reacted to it. Even here, as we come down to this area, look what happened. Bounce, held up as good support, and then look what happened. You went from the 468s and you ran all the way on up to the 475s. So imagine you would have got in on the swing trade at the 468 levels, knowing that SPY is still going up and holding this over. And look what happened. You're going from 468 from your swing all the way up to the 475 due to this uptrend. See that? So if you look at it from this standpoint, let me make another uptrend real quick. So once you familiarize yourself with the support level, look at this. Boom. Ride it on up. Boom. 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 Ride it on up to all the way to this resistant area. Now you can go from a call to a put. Now you're going from the bottom of the channel to the top portion of the channel. You see it? You see the overall channel? So you're buying at the base. You're riding all the way on up to the top and switching over to a put and riding that bad boy back on down. You see that? So you're going in from the bottom, ride it up, switch on over to the tops, and ride it back on down. See that? But that's the areas that, like, you just have to look for those patterns. You gotta just be able to understand these patterns. Look for bigger opportunities within the small opportunities. Basically is what I'm saying. And that's why I don't trade every day. That's why I look for channel patterns, because I try to look for the overall support where I know I can kind of sit in and ride it for a few days, or I'll look for an overall drop or anything of that nature, because I know we're getting closer and closer towards major resistance. Because like I said, you can make a little bit of money here, you can make a little bit of money here, but like I said, especially if you're under the PDT, right? And you're using all your day trades before you even get to the top portion of this channel. You didn't use your day trades here. You didn't use all your day trades here. Now you're out of day trades because you're trying to go in either for put. But look what the real put opportunity was at. Had you just would have waited till it tested around the 476 area. If you would have been looking at it from a channel standpoint this whole time, boom. Because the reason why, I know a lot of people say, I know a lot of people would probably ask, let me see, and now I'm here learning from you. Oh man, appreciate you too, J-Boss. But I know a lot of people are probably asking me, well, how would you know what the top portion of the channel is? Because you remember what I told you. If you look at it from a $2 standpoint, it moved by twos. Because look at the area where we ran that by even number of what? 476. Where did we bounce at? Around where? Even number 478. So you're going from 478, 470, 472, 474 up to 476. So once you've seen this base, because the fact is we bounced at this 470, we bounced at the 476 numerous times. So it's not like we're just this week. Let me see. It was some areas. Let me see if I can go back. I know there's some other areas I've seen where we bounced here multiple times. So you bounced here, and what you can see, I mean, clearly on the 30-minute time frame, that around that 468 is strong support. You can see this. Bounce, bounce. Even though we had this little drop, look what happened. We still recovered right above the 468s, went back on up. Now you know for sure, due to this drop, you know where resistance is about to happen. So even if I take off these little areas here, you can look at it from a channel standpoint. Let me take off all these other lines. Watch. Take off this, take off this, take off this, and take off this. And just keep this overall channel. You can see it. So we just look at it from this channel standpoint. Look at this. Look at that. And that's the mid. And look at mid area. Mid area. You see where it bounced at. Look at that. Boom. Easy. See that? And this is on a 30-minute time frame. So you familiarize yourself with your bottom. Those are you remember your levels. Your levels are support and resistance. So you familiarize yourself with the levels of 468, which is support. Now you're familiarizing yourself with the areas of resistance, which is around 476. Because we already tested it here before and failed. Now we're trying to trade up right back into these areas. And now, say for instance, this is another way to think about it. What about we do break out, right? An area of resistance can now turn into an area of support. So if we was to break out of 476 and run on up, you know once we come down, this area can now turn into a bouncing portion. So we look at it from this standpoint, here to here. So say for instance we happen to break out, because remember we already tested it. That was resistance. But now once we break out of resistance, resistance can now become support. 476. So now, even though we haven't reached those levels yet, let me go back. We're still on an uptrend, because remember, we still in that channel of 474, 475, 476. But I'm just looking at the overall channel throughout the week. Because you can see, if you look at it from a weekly standpoint with all your intradays together, you can see an overall look on where your bouncing potential was at. 468. Bounce here, 468, because we covered right here. Because you remember we opened up the next day, we gapped up. So above 468, 468 went back on up. Now we already see where the top portion of resistance is, because we came on down, was around 475.90, roughly 476. So we look at it from a channel standpoint, an intraday weekly standpoint, you can see exactly where we're at. So now you'll know that we're going towards where? Area of resistance, which needs to be broken, because again, we break this area of resistance, that area can now turn into support. We break above that resistance area, turn into support, which is 476. Now we can focus our channel at 476 bottom, 477 mid, 478 tops. And as you notice, it's slowly climbing towards that 480 mark, and it's moving by twos. Because once we break 478, Now we're only $2 away from record-breaking highs of 480. And that's what it's slowly doing. Slowly climbing, slowly climbing. Look where we at. Because once we break 476, now that eliminates, let me fix this. Because now once we break 476, that'll now eliminate this channel, put us into this channel here. You notice? And as you notice, every single channel we're going up closer and closer towards that 480 mark. So 476 to 478 with the mid area of 477. So if you notice, the channels just keep building higher and higher until we get to the record-breaking highs of 480. Yeah, but like I said, appreciate you too, Taylor, man, because it's all because of y'all, man. Again, y'all helped me become the trader that I am, because, again, I was lost trying to figure out. I was trying to follow everybody. I didn't know my own way until I kept listening to y'all alerts, going to y'all lobbies, and really understanding what y'all was talking about. Because I used to always ask myself, like, how these guys knowing this stuff? Like, man, how they know this? How they know this price point? How they know the market is going to do this? How they know they're going to do that? Once I started to kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together, and now I started to see, like, okay, now I see what they're doing. So, because, again, they're not only understanding the personality of that particular stock, they're breaking it down to a science from every single time frame, from your intraday time frames, your weekly time frames, your yearly time frames, to get an overall look. And I'm like, okay, now I see what they're doing. So as you can see right now, since I just showed you the big channel already, let me go back. See, this was the overall channel, right? So the focus channel, so we're going to eliminate, we're going to keep this out of focus right now. I'm going to keep that line down here, though. But the main focus channels for this week is going to be 474 to 476. That's going to be your focus channel. So let's go ahead and duplicate that, because that's where we at right now. So 474. Did I change it? So 474 is going to be the main channel at this moment. 475 is going to be the middle. So your focus channel for right now is this area. We're not going to worry about this overall channel, because we are away from, you got to think about it, we are away from the 476s. I mean, 468s. So we're not going to worry about this. We're going to keep it here for later, in case we do come down to those areas later on down the line. So we're going to just keep moving up. So right now, we are the channel, focus channel at this moment. 474 is going to be your bottom. That's going to be your support area. With the mid, make a copy of this, of 475 mid area. So we stay above 475. You can see right here, we break it back above 475, we can move back on up to 76. Once we break it, like I said, we break above this 476 level, that'll create a new channel to this 478. From 476 now to 478, you'll be in another $2 channel. So right now we are in this focus area of 474 to 476. So the main focus that we need to do at this moment is we need to stay above 475. As long as we stay above 475, that'll hold up as support. We can move on up to 476. As long as we stay underneath 475, we'll move right back on down to 474. So we need to stay above 475, move on up to 476. We break 476, we'll create a new channel from the 476 now to the 478 with the mid of 477. But if you notice, once we create a new channel, that's now putting us only $2 away from 480. And the reason, and as I broke it down, the reason why I said that I'm gonna stay on calls, because if we look at it from a weekly time frame, let me open this up, bring this over some more. Let me shrink it up just a little bit. As you can see, we're in an overall uptrend. Again, so if you look at it from 2020, from year 2020, from year 2020 to 2021 to 2022, all the way to 2023, you can see we're in an overall uptrend. So you bounced in 2020, bounced in 2022, 2 bounces in 2023. But if you notice, it's an uptrend slowly moving on up with a slow wedge forming towards this 480 mark as we go into 2024. Not only that, as I mentioned before, you can also see another pattern. You see 2 patterns within a pattern. You'll see not only an uptrend pattern, an ascending triangle, you also see a cup and handle pattern. So basically everything is pointing up. So that's why I'm saying I'm more stuck on calls than puts, because I see way more upside than I see downside due to the patterns. Because your patterns is also telling you that. You see an uptrend, which is going up. Basically, your prices are increasing in value. You also see a cup and handle pattern, because remember, last time we hit this 480 mark was in the beginning of 2022. And do remember, it took us almost 2 years to get right back to that key level. So you have to understand, the buyers, they had to go through the pain of this drop, a whole year drop from the 480s down to the 360s. So now that we back above these key levels, that's gonna make buyers excited. So you got to think about the buyers who are willing to take the opportunity to try to push it up to new highs, because you have to understand that when we do hit this 480 mark, will we see a repeat of 2022, or will we break that 480 and create new record-breaking highs? Due to the fact is, we haven't seen these highs since the beginning of 2022. So of course, a lot of these buyers are going to be excited because we're right back to these record-breaking highs. So of course, they're going to buy in and try to push it up as high as they can, because what if 480 so happens to hold up as resistance again and we come back on down? How many years is it going to take for us to see 480 once again? So again, I mean, and then the setup here is, again, is a cup and handle pattern. So everything is pointing on the upside. So me personally, I still think that we're going to see a break above 480. I think so. I personally think that we will see that, because even on this chart that I had back here, where's my old chart at? I know I need to update it. Come on now, open. Everything that can slow right now. Yeah, so you can see, right, 2021. Well, from 2020 to 2021, we're on an uptrend, right? 2022, we're on a downtrend. 2023, back on an uptrend. But as you can see, like I said, you can see that cup and handle pattern too, forming right here. So, and we're not touching these lows anymore of 360s. We're actually creating higher lows. So as you notice, from 2022, the lowest we went was in the 360s. As we came into 2023, the furthest we fell was 380. From 380, and then the next drop was around what it was like 410. So if you notice, it's a higher low build. So that's why I'm saying that we may see higher new record-breaking highs above this 480 mark, because we are building higher lows still at this time. So where could the next potential area be? If we were to come back down, you kind of see right here around this 460, because you got rejected, came on down, got rejected, came on down, rejected, came on down, rejected, came on down. So if we was to get a pullback, like a nice pullback, I think 460 itself would be a nice support area, because you can see right here we got rejected. Any resistance that we above could possibly turn into support. But that's not on my mind at all right now. I mean, until we get back to those areas. But yeah, that 460 area right here, you can see clearly that'll turn to support. So where we're right now, so let me get back on my other chart real quick. So yeah, we still need to get back above this 475 mark. Like I said, if we get back above 475, then that'll only put us pretty much $1 away from the 476 mark. So what time it is? 11:37. So we'll see what's gonna happen as lunch hours roll around. Cause you know how normally between that 12:30 to 1:30 area we normally get those transitions. More, you know what I'm talking about. This is where, man, I'm trying to. But thank all of y'all, man. It's from Taylor, J Boss, Marty Z, Nuno, man. Thank all of y'all, man. I mean, y'all all do an amazing job too, man. I know y'all don't get, a lot of people don't give y'all credit, but man, I'm gonna give y'all credit. I'm gonna salute y'all. I mean, cause y'all do an amazing job. Cause I know sometimes y'all feel, cause I know y'all when y'all do post things, even if it's on Dex live, but y'all feel like everything is overlooked or he don't call out your name or whatever. You have to understand too that he's focusing on a lot of things too. I know he sees it. Because sometimes I post a lot of things and I know he don't, and I feel like he don't see it, and it kind of gets to me a little bit, because I'm like, man, I'm be like, Deck, this stock is doing this, and he not saying nothing, and it kind of gets to me. But you have to understand he's looking at multiple things too, and you just have to have more of an understanding in his chat room. But he sees it, and he recognizes it. But I mean, even though sometimes I may skip past y'all's and I don't say anything, but just know that I do pay attention to the things that y'all say and do. So trust me, I appreciate y'all guys for doing it. So again, sometimes I may overlook it, because you have to understand I'm looking at 4 streams. I gotta make sure everything is running from Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, because everything is all running. I gotta make sure everything's looking good. I mean, so I'm doing multiple things because I'm trying to get my name. I'm trying to get my my name out there, the platform out there, not just the platform, TradeCaster in general. So because I'm trying to reach out to certain people that may not know who what TradeCaster is. So I'm reaching on all of these platforms that may not know what it is. So I gotta. It's a lot, but I do it. I do it for y'all, man, because I'm trying to build this community up full of great traders. Cause yeah, I'm running multiple streams. I mean, let me see. I can show you my proof, cause y'all know I never lie and hide anything from y'all guys. Y'all know this. Let me bring it over. See, as y'all can see, I got multiple streams running. I got Twitch. I got Twitter. I got Rumble. I also got the YouTube in general. I gotta not only check that. So I'm bouncing all over the place just to make sure I got the good quality for y'all guys, man. Cause I'm doing this for y'all, doing this for everybody, man. But I'm just a one-man band, but I'm making it happen. I mean, cause y'all remember when I first, you know how long it took for me to even get comfortable to do live streams. You know how long that took. I used to be nervous. Nah, shoot, I'm comfortable as hell with it now. I mean, it is what it is now. But I mean, I had to build up. I had to build up just the confidence to do that. But it was up because of y'all, man. Y'all kept pushing me to do it, and I thank y'all because I used to work behind the scenes, and now I just love it. I love it now. Now I got my whole thing designed where I got my little chat box and stuff. I done designed a chat box above my head. I got my little prices and stuff to the side of me, and because I want to give y'all the best quality as possible. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Everything. Throw out as much information as I can. I'm just one person trying to do everything. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest. Because again, I care about y'all guys. If I didn't care, I just put out a little boo-boo live and just talk about the same little crap over and over. But I try to break everything down to a science because I want to see y'all guys succeed, Even though sometimes I may be tired as hell. Not just that, I might have my kids over, and I'm tired trying to be with them and then trying to get the rest to do my live and, because having to play Super Dad and then a trader is just, but I do this for y'all, man. I do it. I don't walk away from it. I'm still here. I'm rocking and rolling. So I'm here still standing on my own 2 feet still, I'm pushing. As we going into 2024, I'm still pushing it. I don't care. Again, y'all give me a reason to keep going, and I'm going to keep going. So thank y'all. Oh, man, Nuno, appreciate you too, man. I'm just reading that too. Sorry, boss, man. Yeah, because, like I said, because it's all about really Nuno and Marty, well, Marty knows, he already knows. It's all about just taking your time and understanding how to trade, when to trade. It's not about desperately trading every day. All you're doing is waiting for the right opportunities. That's it. Wait for the right opportunities. Like, man, hell, you'll have some people wait till Jerome Powell speak. You'll have some people wait till, it gets around those data when it goes crazy. Like, they'll wait out like a few weeks until they see Jerome Powell name on those economic data. Then they'll wait to go for a trade because they'll know they'll get a big opportunity, like a $10 move to a $12 move on anything. You got some people that really literally sit and wait. But all you got to do is just look at these patterns. Look at these patterns, understand like an overall look. Because like I said, this is a 30-minute time frame, and all I did was put all my intradays together. You can see this right here. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from last week before that, all the way to now. All I do is put them all together to see if I see an overall pattern. That's what I do. And that's how I figured out. If I figured out these areas here, like I was like, okay, we bounced here before, and if we do come back down here, like later on down the line, then this area could be support once again. It's just like this rejection area. Okay, we come back up to this area. Will this area be resistance once again? Or will we break and now it can hold a support? It can, put it like this. This area, when it comes down to something like this, it can benefit you in both ways. If it so happens to continuously hold, it can benefit you as far as your puts. If it breaks out, it can benefit you as far as calls because that can be support. So that's what I mean. Like, look at these areas, like areas we had issues at. Like, go back into like, put a line here, draw it across the board to see if it bounce. All you do is look like for certain little areas, key areas that I know that SPY had a lot of resistance at, and I just draw a line across it. That's how I figure out my support areas, my resistant areas, and that's basically what I do instead of trying to guess everything. I mean, the reason why I knew about 472 because I was looking at it from an even number standpoint. Because you remember what I told you, SPY normally moves by twos. So this area, like I said, look. If you look at it by even numbers, take a look right here. What did SPY come down to? 468, 468. What was another area that came down? Even though we had this little break here, the main area is 470. As it went up, where did it come down to? 472. As it came down this little area, 474. You see what I mean? It goes by twos. I mean, you might have some little pullbacks that may go beyond it just a little bit, like in the 473-ish, but your main reactions and your activities happen around the even numbers. Because you can see right here, 478, 478, around 470, even though you had this little drop. But look, even though you had this little drop, what did it hold above? Pay close attention. 470, went back on up. As it came down here, what did it drop? 472, went back on up. Now where we at? Look what this activity was happening at. 474, 474, 474, 72, we broke it. Then went right back above it. Now look right here when we run up towards resistance. Where did we get rejected at? Around where? 476. All even numbers. If you notice that, it's about all even numbers. That's why sometimes I just sit on my hands and just wait. I just wait for certain opportunities. Like when it's in the middle, like 475, I'm not touching that because I know the capability of SPY. SPY likes to move by $2 increments. It normally moves like especially on slow days, it'll go from like a 470 to 472. It might go from a 472 to 474. But like on slow days, it pans around in those little areas by twos. It normally moves by $2 increments. AK-47, that's my boy. Shout out to AK. That's another partner of mine, another guy that taught me how to be a great stock trader. That's my brother in arms. Oh, what did he profit? Oh, 2,000? Oh, let me bring up AK-47, give him a shout out on that one. 2,000. That boy AK is a beast on it. God. That's another one, man. Shout out to AK-47 too, man. That's another part. Like I said, another brother of mine, brother from another mother who I love to death. Yeah, like I said, I mean, even when I went through down times, he picked me up and helped me become the trader that I am. I thank him so much too. But like I said, I thank all of y'all, man, because I know, I mean, I ain't about to be personal or try to get personal. I'm gonna just be honest, because I love all y'all to death. Y'all actually helped me get through, and I'm being honest. Y'all literally helped me get through times when I was going through depression. I'm not going to lie to you. I probably haven't admitted it or showed it, but I was going through it, and y'all guys helped me through it. All of y'all. And I just want to thank y'all so much because y'all helped me get through the dark times and now back to the sunshine, man. Back to seeing, brighter days, man. And I thank y'all so much, man. And it was just through y'all laughter, just through y'all communicating with me, interacting with me. And so don't think that, a lot of people don't go through things. We do. Even successful people go through things, man. We go through heartaches. We go through depressions. We go through just different things that we may not say out loud, but I'm not afraid to admit it because I want to relate to a lot of y'all guys who may go through a lot of things too, because don't think that and the reason why I'm saying this is because don't think that you're by yourself, man. I don't care if you're on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, wherever the case may be. Don't think that you're alone, man. Don't think that you feel like God is always just picking on you and you alone. That's not the case, man. We all go through ups and downs in life. It's just that we just need to come together and help each other out. Pick each other up instead of trying to put each other down, man. I mean, again, I'm here for y'all. Y'all here for me. I love y'all. Y'all helped me get through my hard times, and I'm still standing, and I thank y'all, man. So I thank God to being around this incredible community. I thank God that I chose the right community, and I'm not going nowhere. I'm here for life, so y'all got me to the end of time. For sure, AK for life. But yeah, man, because of y'all, I made it through. Thank you, but thank y'all so much, man. Yeah, I really gotta start wearing my hair more because I look bald. Because I got my sides cut, but because I know with this hat I look bald on the side. But yeah, I got my hair cut. But yeah, man, But yeah, when it comes to trade, man, I mean, it is a blessed opportunity. It's just how you treat it. But like I try to tell people, don't quit your 9 to 5 and try to jump into doing this just yet. Like, I mean, especially if you don't have the full understanding of the stock market, please do not do that. Because if you think you stressing out enough with just a 9 to 5, wait till you quit that 9 to 5 and having a lean on just trading. And especially when those trading days don't go your way and your money is steady dwindling and it's decreasing and you still got bills right around the corner and bill collectors are calling you, you think you stressed. I'm telling you, I'm just speaking through experience. I've been through it all. I'm telling you. Don't do it. If you have a 9 to 5, just put money off to the side. Make sure you have enough before you quit your 9 to 5. Just make sure you have enough money in your bank account on a financial basis to make sure that you can take care of your normal day-to-day living, as far as your rent, your notes, or whatever the case may be, and have money off to the side for trading. But just don't quit your 9 to 5. Put all your money to your trading, and then try to live off of that. It don't work like that. I'm telling you. I learned. I had to learn the hard way. I quit a job. Like I said, I quit a job working at the plants for 10 years because I took a leap of faith. But at that time, I didn't understand the market like I thought I did. I was cocky, thinking I knew everything. And you trust me, reality slapped me in my face, and I had to pick myself back up. Once I quit my job, I had to go back to working a normal job. I was embarrassed. I had my head down. I was going through depression. I went through a lot, man. I went from working a plant jobs to working like a Home Depot. I'm just being honest. I was going from 20 something an hour back down to like 16 an hour, but it was due to my choices. I made dumb choices. I made mistakes. And then on top of that, I had my kids involved. So that's why I'm just telling you, do not make the same mistakes that I make. Please don't do that. Just definitely put your family first. Definitely think about your family's well-being first before being selfish, making any selfish move. If you have a wife, a girlfriend, or whoever you with, make sure that you talk it out with them first. That y'all are in agreement together before you do this. So I'm just saying, because I've been through it all. It's not fun. I just want y'all to do better, be better, man. I want to see y'all succeed and excel. That's why I'm telling my stories, so y'all don't have to tell a similar story to what I had to tell, because it was tough. It was tough. But if it wasn't for me finding Sean, AK and all of them, I wouldn't be where I'm at, because they the ones that mold me to being a better trader. So I thank them for that. So they saved my life too around that time. That's when I started to come back on up. Boy, I had hit rock bottom. Did I? I admit it. I got cars possessed. I got everything. I'll be honest. Like I said, I ain't got nothing to lie about or hide. I'd rather be the realest person with y'all. I'll be totally honest. Thank God that I made it past all of that, but I went through it. Because it's not fun to have somebody knocking at your door and they come to pick up your car. It's not fun at all. It's embarrassing. And then on top of that, especially when you quitting your job, not going about things the right way, and you didn't ready to open up your mouth, told people, oh man, I'm about to go do this, I'm about to go do that, I'm about to be a successful stock trader, I'm about to go all over the place and yada yada yada. And then when things don't fall and go your way, you want to go into hiding. Now you're embarrassed. It's like, don't be embarrassed. Just own up to it. Just take accountability for your actions and just do better, man. That's it. But we all make mistakes, man. We all human. That's just in us. That's human nature for us to make mistakes. It's the part of learning from your mistakes. That's the thing. That's all it is. You have to learn from your mistakes. Just do better, man. But like I said, I'm just telling my story because I just don't want y'all going through what I went through, because it's stressful. It is. It's not fun at all. But thank God that I made it. I'm here. I overcame it. I'm a living testimony on that. I'm good. So I survived. Trust me. But it was some dark days. It was some dark days, man. But like they said, God wouldn't put you through anything you couldn't handle. I used to. I'm be honest, man. I used to question God a lot, man. When things didn't go my way, I felt like I was like, man, why do things always happening to me? Why everybody else can they live their life or they get away with doing things, and something always got to happen to me? And I'm like, God, why? God, why? Like, one thing you don't want to do is question God ever. Don't ever do that. Don't ever question God. Just again, pick up the slack, pick up the pace, You look yourself in that mirror and take care of that leading man that you face every day in that mirror. That's it. And woman. But yeah, I mean, we have the ability. I'll put it like this. If we have the ability to fail, we have the ability to succeed. Because that's what a lot of the times that's what makes us successful is failure, because we have to learn from failure because we don't want to go back to it. You know? I mean, that's your biggest lessons is failure. You know, when you go through something. I mean, that's just like when you lose money in the stock market. I mean, that's your biggest lesson because you don't want to. You don't want to lose money. You're trying to grow your account. You're not trying to, have money taken out of it. And I know a lot of y'all went through this too, because I've been through it too. So a lot of y'all can either agree to me or agree with me or not. How many, and tell the truth, how many put money in their account numerous times after having like a certain amount, you lost a certain amount, had to put back a certain amount, lose a certain amount, put back a certain amount, lose a certain. Dude, I went through that roller coaster so many times. I used to start off with a good amount, then I lose it. Then I had to add more. I lose it. Had to add more. Lose it. Add more. I was like, yeah. And the dude, I knew no, man. It happened to everybody, bro. It happened to the best of us, man. I mean, okay. Well, let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you the solution to it. I'm gonna tell you how to solve that problem right now. To those who still do it, the solution to that problem is, if everybody listening, don't go big. Go small. Put yourself, even if I don't give God forgive me cursing, I don't give a damn if you got a $1,000 account, a $2,000 account. Exit that part out. I'm just telling you what to do. What to do. Take a small portion of what you do have and trade with that. I'm telling you, that's gonna work for you. Even if you got $500 to your account, trade with 100. And the reason why I say trade with a small amount, because it's gonna help. It's gonna make you disciplined. I'm telling you, because it's gonna help you on your stop losses as far as cutting losses. You're not gonna make big moves, because if you know you have a big account, you'll make a bigger loss because you don't have a mental stop loss in mind. You're just gambling your money. But if you have a small account, you already know you're limited. You're so limited when you have a small account. You can only make so many moves. You can't make big moves. So the best thing to do is think small. I'm telling you, don't think big. Think like put it like this. Think like a broke person. Even though you have $1,000, just think like you only have 100. Forget the rest of it. Trade with just 100. Start small. Just do it bit by bit. Learn from your mistakes, because as you get to a bigger account, you're able to have more discipline in a bigger area. But when you have too much money, you don't know how to handle it. I'm telling you. Because think about it. That's just like if somebody throws a pile of money at you right then and there, knowing that you never had the discipline to manage it. What you think you're going to do with that money? Why do you think so many rich people who do become rich blow their money or become broke, like these lottery winners? Because they never was in the position to manage their money. So the best thing to do is, again, what I always tell y'all, put grateful over greed. So meaning that even if you got a big account, like I said, I don't care if it's $1,000, $500 account, take just 100. Take just 100, because I didn't show y'all even with the options that you could buy small contracts. Use $100. I'm telling you, practice with $100 and learn from your mistakes. You know, your entries, your exits, your stop loss. Practice with that small amount first. Once you get that little small amount, then you can start to expand out. But learn small first before going big. But that's how you eliminate it, I'm telling you. That's the best way to do it. Think small first. With a small, I'm telling you, because I had to do that, because when I was spending when I had to keep growing my account, and I finally had, it put me in a position to own it when I only had $100, and that's all I could afford. I couldn't even add no more money to it, because I was blowing through my money. I had to deal with what I was limited with. So what I mean by that is, I knew that with just $100, I had to take small losses. I had to lose the amount that I knew I could get back. Basically, is what I mean by that. Take small losses that you know you can recover back. Don't have $100 account and bring it down to 50 and talking about, oh, I'm gonna get that back. No, don't do that. $10, $20, cut it. Stop it right there. Because now you're at 80, but you can recover. You can, like I said, with a smart trade, you can recover 20, go right back to 100. Don't start to bag hole and tell yourself, oh man, I got this small amount here, and you never get out, and then now your loss is getting bigger, it's getting bigger, getting bigger. Now your $100 is going from 80, going to 50, going to 40, going to 30, going to 20. Now y'all have is $10. When all you gotta do is stop at the beginning. So have that small account mindset first. Even if you have a lot of money, don't trade with all of it. Just ignore that. Trade with just $100. And the reason why I'm saying that, because you have to learn, and you have to have that discipline and appreciation of what you have right in front of you. Because if you take it for granted, then what else you think is gonna happen to the rest of your account? If you just taking $100 for granted, what you think is gonna happen to the rest of your money that you're taking for granted? So practice with I'm telling you, practice with $100. Practice with just taking a little small loss of $10, $20, in those little areas where you know you can recover. And once you start to get better and better and better at your executions and your mental stop losses, then you can add on to taking a little bit more, more of a bigger loss, as you get like a $200 account, $300 account, but have a mental stop loss, have control even over $100. I'm telling you, the way that I do it and the way that I do my stop losses, I do 10 cents. I do a 10-cent method, because think about it. If you have 1,000 shares, 10 cents up is 100, 10 cents down is 100. So that's why you always use the 10-cent method. I do that every single time, because once you know the value of your shares, every penny that moves, then you'll know the value of your profits, and you'll know the value of your losses. So if you have 1,000 shares, 10 cents with you is 100, 10 cents against you is 100. If you got 2,000 shares, 10 cents is 200, 10 cents against you is 200. That's how you do it. So think of it on you don't have to, but that's what I do. Think of it on a 10-cent method. So every 10 cents, think about it, from 1,000 shares on up. So 1,000, every 10 cents is 100. 2,000 is 200, 3,000 is 300, 4,000 is 400, 5,000 is 500, and so forth. So if you just think about it from a 10-cent method, then you'll know how to control it. So you could probably get out even before you even, okay. So, my mom calling. What my mom want? Hey, Queen.
Hey, King. Did your daddy give you your other gift card?
Yes, ma'am. And guess what? You're on my live right now. Everybody can hear you talking to me.
Oh, bye.
No,
Bye.
nope. It ain't nobody. They can hear you. Hey everybody, so y'all say hey to my mom. They're gonna probably say hey through the chat, but yeah, this is my mom calling me. They can hear you.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. God bless. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Love you. Bye.
Love you, Queen.
All right, King.
All right, bye, Mom. Now you see where I get that from? See how my mom is? Now you see why I am the way I am? Because I got a strong praying mom who never gave up on me. Even through times when I put her through hell. But through the grace of God, I had a praying mom who never gave, and my dad. I just had a praying family that never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. And that's why I'm in the position where I'm at now. So, you always got to have strong people in your corners, man, to keep you pushing. So, I'm grateful for that. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, man. Because, just my upbringing, man. I'm blessed to be, a part of my family the way we came up. I'm grateful, man. Truly grateful. And not only my family, my chat family, from TradeCaster, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, everybody. I'm grateful to be surrounded by y'all too, man. Surrounded by great people. Even though I haven't seen all of y'all faces, I know y'all truly are good people. I know y'all are, man. But let me get back to talking what I was talking about. My mom distracted me. Love her to death. But let me see if I can break it down even further. But let me see. Let's see how I can break this down even. Let me go to new. So, okay. So, like I said, if I use the 10-cent method, okay, So, with 1,000 shares at 10 cents, at 10 cents equals 100 profit. That means it goes up. And also a negative 100 if I lose it. So that means lost. So that's how I always look at my, and like I said, and all you do is add it on. You just do 100 every 1,000 shares. So pretty much 1,000 shares every 10 cents goes up is 100. 1,000 shares every 10 cents go down is 100. If you got 2,000 shares, that's 200. 3,000 shares, 300. 4,000 shares, 400, and so forth. So you can either, like, even if you don't want to take a $100 loss, you could just cut it halfway. So all you got to do is think about it. Okay, to get to 100, it has to be what, 5 and 5 to get to 100. If you're thinking about it on a 10-cent basis. So what you do is you cut the 100 in half. So in order to cut the 100 in half, that'll be 5 cents. So you can either have a stop loss at 5 cents if you have 1,000 shares, which would be 50. If it don't go your way, or you can do 10 cents, which would be 100. So that was the way how I did it. So that was my way of doing my stop losses. So I would do it like this. I'll do it from 1,000, 2,000. So if I add 2,000, all I do is add 100 to it. So I know what would happen if 10 cents goes my way or if 10 cents didn't go my way. No matter how, I'm gonna just go to 5,000 so y'all just get a clear idea of what I'm talking about. So basically, this is it. I'm just going all the way to 5,000. So just depending on how many shares y'all go with, pretty much. So I mean, like I said, that's how I look at my stop losses. I always stuck to the 10-cent method. I've been doing 10 cents for like years. I never changed that method. That's why my losses be so small. And 5,000, and that should be it. Cool. So 5,000 shares up, 5,000 shares down. So if you look at it from the 10-cent method, right? So at 10 cents, every 10 cents that goes up from 1,000 shares is 100. Every 10 cents that goes up on 2,000 shares is 200. 3,000 is 300. 4,000, 400. 5,000 is 500. So vice versa, if it don't go your way and it goes against you, this is what you'll lose. So if, depending on your shares, you can start to shorten it. So if you know you got 5,000 shares on the stock, then don't do 10 cents. Go underneath that. So if you do 5 cents with 5,000 shares, and you don't do 10 cents, you do 5 cents, all you're doing is cutting 500 in half. So that's 250. So that's another way to do it. So even if you got 4,000 shares and it don't go your way at 10 cents, and you cut it at 5, all you're doing is cutting the 400 in half, 200. Same thing with 3,000 shares. 3,000 shares don't go your way, and it goes against you. Instead of taking 10 cents on a $300 loss, then cut it in half. That's 150. That's it. I mean, it's just different ways to look at it. You can look at it from a 5 cent standpoint, a 10 cent standpoint. It's just based on how many shares you have. That's how you control your stop loss. So with 1,000 shares, I mean, you can let 10 cents goes against you because that's just $100. You can let 10 cents goes against you. That's 100. So if you notice, if it go up to 20 cents against you, all you're doing is adding on 100. That's 200. So, when you got 1,000 shares, you have a little bit more leverage because, like I said, that's just only $100 loss. But if you notice, as you play with more shares at 10 cents, your losses is even bigger. So that's what I mean by, depending on how many shares you have, you can either slice it in half or take that 10-cent loss. Because if you let 10 cents goes against you on the 5,000 shares, $500. However, if you cut it in half, instead of taking 10 cents and do 5 cents, that's 250. So that's just other ways how I control my stop losses. Easy. But in order for me to avoid that, that's why I look for my patterns. So instead of getting stuck in something like this where, like, okay, say for instance I get in, I'm trying to think of a good area where a lot of people get psyched out at. Something like this, you try to get going for a call because you're getting in the wrong areas, you didn't do your research, you're getting in here, then it drops, you wind up selling, but then it goes up. See, that's what you want to avoid, those middle areas where you're getting in the middle, and it goes against you, you get out, and then it goes right back on up. Why? Because you got in the middle. Versus had you would have got in around the bottom areas because you would have done your research, you would have seen where your support levels and some resistance levels was at versus getting in the middle like this, which is why I'm not jumping in it. Because again, that's why I tell y'all to be careful with the middles, because that's another reason why I tell you don't trade in the middle, because you don't want to get psyched out of your position. Because I've been in those positions before when I got in the middle and thinking it was dropping, I get out and then it wound up going the way I wanted to, was because I got in a bad area. Versus had I would have did my research, got into a more valid area, 472 whole number, versus in this little area here, even though it's 474, but I'm just drawing an example. Like say if this was 472.20, 472.40 or something like that, and you get psyched out of your play because it pulled back to 472, but then it goes right back on up. So my thing is, I'd rather wait to address the areas that I know has good support and resistance, instead of getting these little middle areas that can go either up or down, which is a gamble because you don't know which way it's going to truly go. I'd rather get in an area where I know for sure that can hold as support, or an area I know that can hold as resistance. Because I'm not going to get in an area like in the middle where I know it can either ride on up or ride on down. So if like say for instance, I'm going in for a put and it rides on up, then I'll ask myself, why would I get in the middle when I could have just got in at the top of the channel and ride it on down? Or why would I get in the middle on a call and it falls when I could have got at the bottom of the channel and rolled it on up? See what I mean? But that's why I'm like, you gotta familiarize yourself with your entries and your exits. You gotta understand your levels. You gotta understand your environments. And what I mean by that is you have to understand, okay, today, what would be our price action today? I know for sure today, to me, after I've done my research, that the price actions that I have to deal with today on SPY would be 474, 475, 476. So I'm looking at a channel standpoint. So now in my mind, 476 is my tops, 474 is my bottoms, 475 is my mid. And you see where it's at? In the middle, which is why I'm not touching. But see, I already familiarized myself with my bottoms, which is why I got my lines here. So I already know where my support is. Now I'm anticipating for the move to the top portion of my channel at 476. I'm not getting these areas in the middle because, again, I'm not sure. And due to the volume, especially this week, I don't know if it's going to continue up, or I don't know if it's going to get right back underneath 475 and move back on down. So why put myself in that situation of a risk when I know I have a better opportunity of finding areas that I know for sure can hold up as resistance and support? How will I know that? Because if I go back into the past, we bounced here, we bounced here, we bounced here, we bounced here. When we was underneath, we got rejected here, rejected here, rejected here. So if I put a line across this area where I had a lot of interaction at, whether it was on the upside or the downside, then I know for sure this would be more of a safe area for me to get in for an entry for a possible move back on up. So that's why you familiarize yourself with the environment that you are in that day, and you can also familiarize yourself with the environment you are in that week. That's another thing. But I know for today, I know my main focus is 474 to 476. Because you remember, it's moving by twos. So we already didn't confirm the bottom. Now what we need to do is confirm the top, which is 476, which that's what it's trying to slowly move up to. And then, like I said, not just looking at it from today's intraday standpoint, I can look at it from a weekly standpoint, trying to put all my intradays together to see if I can see a pattern, like an uptrend, a channel, a downtrend, or something like that to give me an edge on where I feel like the market could move. So I can see right here is higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. I can see right now we are on an uptrend. I'm just trying to make this. I just didn't want to put my uptrend this way because, like I said, it's kind of go be a little bit off. Let me see. I could not be. Okay, well, should have did that to begin with. Duh. Come on. Somewhat close enough. I thought my mom was about to call me for something else. I'm about to say, oh Lord, you know who I'm surprised didn't call me? My son. Surprised he ain't blew up my phone yet. I know it's coming though. Oh, matter of fact, let me check his Robux, because I put some Robux on Let me see if he spent it already. I gave him like 2,000. Let me see if he spent it already, if he noticed. Let me see if it's gone. Oh, no, he ain't noticed yet. It's still sitting there. I ain't gonna even call him. I ain't saying nothing. Just let it sit there. I'm gonna be quiet. So therefore they can pile up. I ain't gotta worry about him hitting me up asking me for no more money. That boy spent $300. I promise y'all, this boy spent $300 even before Christmas hit. Up to $300 on Roblox. I was like, oh my God. My daughter still had her $100 since September, which was their birthday. She still had hers, her $100. I'm like, him? He's the total opposite. Total opposite. So yeah, we still bouncing. So we still on the uptrend, as you can see. So we still slowly moving into this little wedge here. We slowly getting there. What is this little area here? Is that 4? No, 75.15. So let me go up just a little bit. We had this little area here, rejection. You can see it right here. We line it across. That is 475.60. So if I make another line, that's gonna be another little area that has to break too. So let's see, 475.60. The reason why I put that, you can see right here, rejection. I think it's a little bit up too high though. I think it's a little bit lower than that. What is that? 56. What was the high on this candle? That was, oh, it was 56. Okay, I was right then. So put a 5 in front of that. So it should be right. All right, boom. All right, it makes more sense. So boom. Try to get above it, and then come right back underneath it. So 475.56 is gonna be another little area for sure. So, and then you gotta look at this right here where you had this little rejection at. You can see we're gonna break this little level. That is 15, 475.15. So I'm just trying to put it all together. All these little areas that we got rejected at, let me see. So 475.15, let me take a look at that. That's right here where that red candle is. So I just want to see if we break above all these little areas. Because if we do break above all these little areas, that's going to turn into support. That's why I'm putting it. So we break it, it's going to create like support. So I just want to see if we're going to break these little key areas as we get closer to the 476 level. But for sure, we have to break 475.56. We have to break that. We have to break this 475.15 level, which is testing right now at the moment where I got my line at. So let's see. We're going to break this area. Check out the buying power here. We don't have a lot of buying volume at the moment. Because you can see it right here. It's like slow. And matter of fact, you know what I did too? I got on the 30 minute. Forgot to set it on my, crap. That's what I didn't do. I was looking at the wrong time frame the whole dang time. That make more sense. Knew someone right. I'm like, man, wait a minute. Now that make more sense. I was like, man, why is it testing this in these little areas? I was looking at it at a 30 minute. I was looking at it, and y'all ain't tell me I was looking at a 30 minute. Nah, I'm messing with y'all. I'm looking at it the wrong time, the whole time wrong. I'm like, God dog, it said it was 25. Let me see. So I see that area we turned around at, and that's still 475.40. So that's still another area. So all these little levels we got to cross right before we get to the 476 level. Make another copy of that. So that's 475.40-ish. So 475.40. Booyah. Well, close enough. What was that? So you got rejected here, came on down. You got rejected here, came on down. Now we crossing right back and see these levels. So we need to break above these levels right across. You see that? So 475.25, we need to break that. Because, like I said, the minute we break above these areas, it's gonna create like a higher low pattern. That's gonna start to turn into support. So it's gonna slowly start to creep its little self like this. We just need to break. Like I said, these are not the major resistant areas, but these areas is gonna help as far as like a step. It's gonna, like I said, we break above these little minor areas. It's gonna create like a little step on up towards the next level. So that's why I'm basically posting this. I mean, I'm putting these little lines. Cause I want to see as we go from this area to this area to this area, and as you notice, it just creeps on up slowly. So I'm looking at these candles. Like I said, we got rejected, came on down. And that was, when was that, Friday? Yeah, Friday's mark. So we right back towards Friday's little areas of rejections where we got rejected at. What was this, 37? Trying to see something real quick. It's a little tough. I can't stretch out my chart because I don't want to get it in the way because of that chat box. So I'm trying to look at that 440 mark to see how important that 440 mark is. Let me try to run across. So 440. Do we have any reactions on 440 in the past? So we tried to bounce off of it, rejected, bounce. So 440 did hold some type of importance. What about 456? Yep, rejected in the past. So those two areas gonna hold some type of importance coming up. So yeah, the 40 and 56 for sure gonna hold some type of let me see. Damn, I should have caught that. I thought I caught that one. Marty Fernand, I can never say his name. I'm gonna say Fufu. Fufuando. Mafia, any y'all trades? Any trades so far? Anybody, Saint, any trades? Are y'all still sitting in your hands, still waiting on the opportunity? I still don't see anything yet either. I mean, it's still sideways. I mean, had I would have got in early, I mean, I could have just like sat and rolled it on up. But these levels, I just kind of hate that I missed these little key levels that I could just ride on up. But we are on the upside though. I can tell you that right now. We still moving on up. So I'm just slowly trying to find a nice, decent pattern on this bad boy to see exactly. Because I know it's like slowly trying to crawl up to that 476 level. And we can hold these levels here. Because we still holding above 475. Because, I mean, it held multiple times. Especially with that VWAP in place. Indicators are looking good. So indicators are in the normal spots that they're supposed to be in. So that's still good. Because your 50 is at the bottom, 20 in the middle, 9 at the top. So that's still looking good. Then you're on the overall uptrend. 75.10 that we underneath right now. 20. So 470. We need to break. Okay. So for sure we need to break 475.25. Because you can see right here we tested and we got right back underneath it. Around this 475.25 level. Or you can look at it from 20C. It's still bouncing off, trying to bounce off that uptrend. Still trying to bounce. I'm trying to see if it's going to hold it. See, that's the only thing, man. I mean, that's why I ain't jump in because it's just like these little choppy movements. I hate that. Like, again, I like moves when you get these big drops and a recover, or you get in on a put and you know like where you have a nice opportunity, but like this, it's a little tough, especially on a put. Put is there. Man, this is gonna be hard for puts. I can tell you that right now. You put it like this. You got more opportunity on the call side in this position than you got in on the put. Because at least with a call, you're slowly going on up. For puts, you're just getting little small baby pullbacks. You're getting like a little small pullback, goes on up. Small little pullback, goes on up. Small little pullback, goes on up. Little pullback, goes on up. Pullback, goes on. That's why it's a little tougher for puts. You do better going in for calls. And the reason why I say that is because it's not just looking at it going sideways. Look at your price actions. Because now you went from 474.40 to 474.60. 474 was this 474.80, 474.80. And look, it looked like a bull flag. It almost looked like a bull flag setup almost. I mean, an ugly setup, but I mean, you kind of see it, kind of like a little pole, almost look like a bull flaggish type. Let me see if it's gonna actually hold though. It almost looks somewhat bull flaggish. I'm gonna see if it's gonna hold. Because your indicators are still pointing up. I mean, everything's still looking on the upside, even though you get this pullback. Because I don't see the indicators curling or anything. I mean, that mug is just going straight this way. Okay, we do fall. Where's it? Let me see. Because I'm trying to get all the areas we start to build higher lows where it picked up at. Because you dropped here at 440, 474.40. That was one bottom. Then your bottom started getting higher. So you went from 440 to around 460 here. That was the second bottom. Because like your bottoms are getting higher and higher. So this one should have been 474, and that's around the 80-ish area. Then now we got back above 475. So it's like all your bottoms are getting higher and higher. So indicating higher lows. So that means it's steady moving on up. So we back above 475. I mean, it just still look like calls to me though. I just don't see like especially like on these type of patterns. I mean, these type of patterns would literally drag the crap out of puts. That's the ones you want to avoid. When it goes on something like this, when it's just going like slightly going up, and your time decay is just kicking in, it's tough. I mean, that's a straight uptrend. It's just like if you look at it upside down. So if you see an uptrend here, let me put it in reverse. Let me put a minus. So if I put it in reverse, you can see a downtrend. See how we look on the downtrend side. So even if I put it in reverse, you can see a downtrend clearly. Let's see. Something like this. Take that. See how you see that nice little decent downtrend? Now we put it back the normal way. On an uptrend. See that? Crazy, huh? Only took a put trade early. Boy, you determined on the puts, I swear. I know it's hard to trade. Yeah, like when you go fufu, especially on these patterns, like these movements, it's hard. I promise you, it's hard for puts because when you're going on these upward movements, kind of like it's not a clear staircase pattern, like you can tell, but you can tell it's still on an uptrend. It does makes it harder to get in on puts. I mean, unless you get a move like, let me show you, like something like this was what Friday when we went on this little move here. How we went up and we tested, and that was around what the 470. It was like the 470 levels. Oh shoot, went on the wrong thing. And then you can see the pattern too. I mean, you had a nice crossover on the indicators. You see that? How Friday we hit around that 470, 450 level, and we wound up reversing. And then you can see the indicators too. Your indicators went up, and then your 9 EMA went up right underneath your 20 and underneath the 50. And both your main two indicators that normally need to stay on top went right underneath the 50 because normally the 50 stays at the bottom. And when it did this, I mean, you seen that flush. And then all of a sudden it reversed right back on up. Now your 50 went right back to the bottom. Your 20 went right back to its rightful place. And your 9 EMA went right back to the top. So let's see how we look in here. See, here, it's still holding above. All your indicators are still in place, Fufu. So if you notice, your indicators are still in place the way they need to be. Your 9 EMA is to the top. Your 20 EMA is at the bottom. I mean, in the middle. And your 50 is at the bottom of it. And you got to think about it. So that's support 1, support 2, support 3, and the VWAP. So you got to think about it on that level. Until you crack those levels, that's going to hold up as support. See, anytime you're above the blue on your on SPY, it holds it up. You see that? Now, anytime you cross underneath it, it goes down. You notice that? So anytime you're underneath the 9 EMA, your 9 EMA weighs it down. Anytime you're above it on the 9 EMA, your 9 EMA holds it up. So that's another way to look at it. So Friday, you had a nice crossover. Here, had a nice crossover. You crossed over here on the upside, but you got rejected. And then you got rejected. Then you had another reversal back here on the downside. So you reversed twice. You reverse here going up, and you reverse going down. Here, just the constant movement on up. So there's really no signs of a reversal at this moment. And then your indicators are still in place. It's still above the VWAP. We are above still 475. So you got a lot of layers of support at the moment. So right now, I wouldn't be looking at, as far as a put at the moment, until you get back underneath certain key levels, especially the VWAP. Because now, again, you got the support of the VWAP and your 475 level, the mid-level of that channel. Because you do remember you're still in this channel. So right now, like you just midway in, because you still got the bottom here, and you got your tops to that 476. So right now we just slowly trending sideways, slowly. Which I had a feeling it was gonna do, because we didn't have no we didn't have no information, like no major news. We didn't have no major economic data. We didn't have no earnings. I mean, nothing. Like this week is gonna it's gonna be a dead week. You can see it right here. Look at that. Nothing on the earnings. Nothing at all. And then if you go to your economic data, all you had was the Case-Shiller home price index, which that ain't nothing. The main ones that we normally always focus on is like the pending home sales and your initial data, initial jobless claims. That's on Thursday, and then tomorrow we got no data. Sorry about that. So basically, that's going to be another momentum-driven day. So you ain't gonna probably really start to see anything probably till towards the end of the week, to be honest. So starting Thursday and Friday, because if you notice, like I said, once we close out Friday next week, we're gonna be starting off the next new year. So we may get a squeeze, we may get an opportunity to squeeze, and due to this economic data helping a little bit, due to what comes out on it. I mean, it could help push SPY up. And hold it in place till Friday, where we get a nice squeeze before we close out the weekend. I mean, the week, because once we close out Friday, that's it for 2023. We're gonna be crossing over to 2024 come next week. So it all depends on how Thursday and Friday is gonna really set itself up. On how these 2 days is gonna set itself up. That's really what's gonna happen. Any trades you gotta get in and out. Yeah, it's gonna be quick in and out, Marty. Yeah, you got absolutely right, boss. Ain't no long-term holds right now, unless you got in on something like this and you're holding it. But as far as a day trade, no. Man, had I would have caught that on Friday though, like around 72, and just been like, I went in for like a few days hold. I'd have got into this little area and just been riding it. Still riding it. Still haven't got out until it reached a certain areas. I could have been good on the contract. But this type of pattern, no. Don't do that. See what I mean? If you get in the middle, you don't know which way it's going. Going up, going down, it's going to turn. It's like you don't know. That's why I say be very careful when those middle areas, the mid areas of those channels, be very careful. That's why I waited out. I don't even jump in it. Oh, come on. What is it doing? I'm trying to move my chart. Oh, here we go. So yeah, so far we done moved from the 474 bottom base of this channel, still trying to hold the mid part of this channel to move on up to the top portion of the channel, which is 476. So right now we just kind of pretty much trending. So let's see if I can find a channel within a channel. So I can see a bottom. Let me see something. As it's doing this crap till we get out of it. I see a 474.40 bottom and a 475.25 top, something like that. Kind of like in a channel within a channel. So let me see. So if I take off this one and this one. Oh shoot. You suck. Let's see. I'm gonna just put it in that little middle, in that mid channel within it. What was this? 474.40 and 475.25. Okay, so tops 470. 475.25 and 474.40. Yeah, so we've been like in this little mid channel here. So you can see right here we bounced until we break out of this. So kind of like in a little mid-ish channel. So take this one off too. Put this one as red, because that'll be the top. That'll be a oh boy, yep. I see why Dex say he wasn't trading. I see that now. I don't blame him on that, man. God, you be sitting here losing your mind. Literally. That's why I ain't trade yet. I ain't about to lose mine. I'm good. Let me see what's the mid on this one, even though we got the 75. That was what, 70? May pull back here. Where we at? Yeah, around that 420. Yeah, right here we got this little rejection there before. Let me see. Let me go back out. Let me see if I see. What was that? Where the big drop started? Yeah, around that area. You can see right here, it fell. That was around that 475, 25 mark right here. That was Friday where we fell. So, I mean, we close towards that little area. We close towards it. Close towards it. So let me go ahead and take a so right here in this little mark, we right by. So let's see what happens. See, I just let me see. Let me look at my indicators real quick. Cause I go see if I see any type of reversal or any type of see that indicator still holding. I still ain't reversed though. Still holding above this 475 mark. 475 still holding. It's getting a little weak. I'm trying to see if I can see some bouncing areas. Yeah, we're pulling back now. Now we're starting to pull back. But the question is, how strong is the pullback? That's the question before it goes right back on up. Because I don't think we're going to get a flush like this just yet. I think we're going to get like a pullback here and there, but I don't think we're going to get a flush. Because this is what's 11, no, it's 12:35. All right, Marty, you already know what time it is. We're around that transition area. 12:30 to 1:30, you know how that go. We're going to see what's going to happen. I just don't. Let's see. We are around that transition time. So, I'm trying to see where I can see some good support. I mean, we were... See, right now we tested because we're underneath 475 at the moment. So 475 is going to be resistance because we're back underneath it. So I'm just trying to see how far can we go down. What is... Yeah, see, I don't think it's going to be like too much of a big pullback. Nothing like dramatic like this. I don't think it's going to be nothing like that. I think we're going to have some pullbacks here and there, but I don't think it's going to be dramatic. Unless we get a crossover, I mean. Because you did get overextended on this one. Like when you had this little movement. Got overextended, came on down, then you crossed right at this little spot here. I'm just trying to see the setup. I'm just trying to see if we... I just still can't go for puts. I just still can't do it. I mean, I just see upside still. I mean, I know we're getting a lot of pullbacks, but it seemed like every time we had nice pullbacks, we bounced right back on up. So it's like buyers are still in control. That's why I'm just kind of hectic on them getting in on puts. I'm like, that's why I want to stay on the call side. Because, I mean, if bears really had it, we should have been out of the 470s a long time ago. We should have been back in the 460s, you know, like in the 467s, 466, 465s and below. But every time we get pulled back, we manage to go right back into the 470s. So right there, it's the strength of those buyers that's letting me know like we still on the upside. We had numerous times when they pulled us back down to the 468s and all of that, and we just managed to keep recovering. See, even right here, we drop right back on up, drop right back on up, drop right back on up, and each time those highs keep getting high. It's like they get higher lows. See that? Go from this low, gets a little higher, gets a little higher. You see that? See that pattern? So let me see. Let me check that out. Let me get a good glimpse at this one right here. Do I see a pattern? Maybe a better pattern? No, that one too. Yeah, that was too much of a drop on that one. I see more. I don't know. I see more activities on this one though. Just don't see it. I mean, no matter how I'm looking at it, I mean, it's still pointing up though. Let me see, getting a pullback now. Let's see. So where can we go on this chart here? I mean, it didn't go all the way to that 475.25 mark. I mean, it's like it got rejected at 475.20. You can see it right here, 475.20. So 5 cents off from that mark. So back on the 475. I'm trying to see what some decent. What is this? 475. I mean 474.70. 475.70. I'm trying to look at these areas that we dealt with in the before in the past that could potentially, as we coming on down, because I see starting to see somewhat of an M shape, almost. Look like we want to repeat this crap, huh? See how it hit up in there that high and then it wound up reversing on down, but then it bounced. So I'm like, how far can you go? But see, this one was already underneath the VWAP. See, the VWAP can still hold up its support if we stay above it. It's gonna be a lot of that's the thing about it. It's gonna be a lot of choppy areas that's gonna try to hold up as support in these little areas. Let me see if I can run this line right here across where I see this candle at here, because they matching. I mean, here and here. Then you got what, 470, 480. Man, that's what I hate about these choppy days, man. There be so many areas. It's like, God, that's why I like doing the channels. See, this is another reason why I like doing channels, because if you do channels, it eliminates all that choppiness, so you'll know where the main support and major resistance is. Like, you'll know exactly where the actual bottoms is and the actual tops is versus all this crap. You just know where top and bottom. See, here's almost the same way. It's like just choppy, just chop. I don't know for sure if my bottom is 474. I know that for sure. Still waiting in anticipation for the 476 mark if we even get it up to these levels. So right now we still in the middle, even though throughout all the choppiness. Look at that, because you still in the bottom. Like I said, you still at the bottom of 474, and you still holding the areas of 475, which is the mid, and then you got the top of 476. So we're still in the middle, regardless. Just so much choppiness. Like, God, I hate these days. I hate these choppy days. That's why I don't trade them. Because the only good move you had was right here when you went on that bounce on up. So it needs to break that 475.25 then, because you see right here we keep getting rejected. So we definitely need to break that. We break above that, we can start to move back on up. Oh man, I hate these days. God, I hate these slow, choppy days. It just drive you crazy. Same with half days. You're right. Same with half days. That's why I don't do it. That's why, I mean, if I do a half a day like on a Friday, I'll try. See, normally what I do, fool, I would normally, like, say for instance this was a Friday, right? I would normally get in like on a Thursday here. If I see something like this, and then I'll hold it over for the next day. I'll set up something like that where I can get out early Friday versus doing a day trade on Friday, because it just depends. But this type of, what today is only Tuesday, so you still got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So this today being Tuesday, it might just be some sideways movement. From what I'm looking at, Tuesday just might be just a regular unless we break, like I said, we break it back above those key levels. How long you staying on today? To be honest, Marty, I might not even stay on that long, because it's going to be a dead day. There's no point in staying all the way through, because today, what time it is? 12:40? Yeah, 12:43. I ain't going to lie to you. I might stay. Man. Because I just don't think it's going to be nothing, because we don't have anything. I mean, I think it's going to be a dead day. because again, we don't have no major economic data. We have no earnings. Everything's just gonna be pretty much be sideways movement unless something happened. Other than that, I think it's just gonna be some sideways movements. I think so. So I might stay on till 12. I'll stay on the 2. I'll stay on the 2 o'clock. I'll give it to 2. I ain't doing nothing anyway. The only thing I'm gonna do is finish eating up that Christmas food. I tell you that though. That's all I'm gonna have planned is finish up that Christmas food I got saved up in that fridge. Oh yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've definitely been. I bought went to Walmart, bought like a whole case of water too for sure. I had got like those 40 cases, especially in those cold weathers too. Oh, I stay hydrated. Cause I already know how that do, boy. Your immune system starts to kick in, man. If you don't stay hydrated. Yeah, I just don't see nothing, man. Like I said, okay, put it like this. I'm gonna stay on till Marty. I'm gonna stay on till 1:30, cause you know how we normally have the transitions that'll happen between 12:30 to 1:30. I'm gonna see if anything happens between that time. So right now is what 12:45. So till 1:30, I'll see if we have some type of movement between this time, cause you know how it normally transitions from this time till 1:30. So I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. I still see some more upside. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's still on that uptrend. Still on that uptrend. That bad boy is still holding. Indicator still holding. VWAP still holding. All we gotta do is break this area. It's gonna build up another area of support. Because you remember this area is like resistance. We get above that, all they're gonna do is create another floor. And it's gonna go sideways, create another floor, go sideways, create another floor until we get up to 476. See? It's pushing. I told you. It's going to go sideways until it creates new floors. It's riding that uptrend nicely, too. Real nice. Oh, my stomach growling, too. I heard that more. That more growled at me, too. Like, ooh, yeah, I got to eat. All right, cool. Checking. I just want to say we're gonna break this 475.25 mark, and then we do break it. I want to say we're gonna stay above it, create another floor, move sideways, and then go to the next area. But they're just slowly trying to creep to that 476. That's what I'm saying. This is the hardest time to put in the put, because it's going sideways. It's not like a major drop. This Friday, did we have news Friday? Last Friday? Cause that was right before the holidays. So that I think people was getting out before the holidays. I think that's where that drop came from too, on Friday. So that was another thing because of the Christmas holidays. So people was getting out, selling their position. So that's understandable. Here, all we have is New Year's coming up. So Christmas holidays are over. So I don't think we're going to see like major drops like that again. Yep, the bad boy still trying to tell. We're going to see. Will this area hold as resistance and finally reverse, or will we break and then turn to support and keep going up? We're getting to these levels, so we're going to see. See how we hit here and we came on down? We're going to see what's going to happen as we come up to it again. And then we're going to have another level above that. We're going to have, what is this? That's going to be like 40. So 470, almost 475, 40-ish almost. It's just slowly creeping into those areas, breaking them slowly and slowly. Because if you notice, they get rejected and then they'll come right back around. And they start trying to move right towards those rejected areas. See right here? It broke. It got rejected, came back on down, broke above it. Hit here, came back on down, broke above it. Same thing. They're just slowly trying to creep to these areas. Slowly pushing. There is a 2-year note auction coming up. Appreciate you, Trader L's, appreciate you. You said at 2? I mean at 1. I'm sorry, 1 o'clock. Let me look at that real quick. Trader auctions. Let me go to my said at 1 o'clock. Come on. Today's the 26th, right? Oh yeah, I see it right here. Gotcha. Well, no, I should have been on my thing then, huh? Oh, they must have just added that. Cause I could have. Let me check. It wasn't on my Nope. Huh? It's weird they didn't have it on there. Wasn't on the whatchamacallit either. Let me see if cause they like to add extra crap at the. Nope, they ain't even have it on this one either. Okay, I see it now. Appreciate you. I see it, and that's a 2-star too. So at 1, and yep, say in 10 minutes. All right, cool. So 2 year. Let me copy that. See if anything come up on that. Treasury, auctions, treasury. Yep, day for the 26th. Yep, 1 o'clock. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that on lock then. Appreciate you. I'm gonna keep that on the side to see what's gonna happen as they come out. Display calendar. And what's the forecast? What's the actual previous? It was 5. Okay, so let's see what's gonna happen in 10 minutes. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that posted. Keep it up here. Yeah, appreciate you for that, because I didn't see it on the economic calendar. That's why it went over my head. I didn't see it on here. All right, cool. I don't think it's nothing else. I don't know. Nah, I don't see nothing. All right, cool. Still getting rejected underneath that little 427.25 market. Trying to break it, but let me check my contracts. Let me see how my contracts looking too, cause I still haven't jumped in anything yet, y'all. So I'm just looking around, just trying to just shop my contract, just see. But I'm probably gonna even get into nothing myself. Oh yeah, let me see. Cause the contract I was in only went up what, 30 cents? Yeah, I ain't do nothing. I mean, it may change as we as this roll around and see what this news does. But let me see. I want to look at my pattern on my I don't even see no crossovers even on my. I lied. I do see a. Well, no, it's not over the 20 yet though. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what it does as we get closer and closer. Cause I am not touching that contract, not at all. Cause I mean, even you can even use your indicators for your contracts. See that? See why I'm not touching it? Cause even on my contract, see, it's underneath the indicators. See, that's another way. I mean, even though it's above the 20, the 90 may stay underneath. It hasn't crossed over yet. So, and then the 50 is coming down. So I haven't seen no crossovers yet, even on my contract, which is why I'm not touching it. So, like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not touching it. How much did you make this year? I was under 100,000. I was like at. I didn't do a lot. I mean, I probably close to what, 50,000. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't push this hard this year, like I was supposed to. Yeah, push 275. Oh, so that means that contract is trying to change up then. Yeah, I mean that's why I say I want to hit harder this year. Looking at my contracts too. I'm watching that bad boy. I'm looking at it. Still holding on, still holding up. Still trying to break out of that key level. Yeah, then I've been putting money towards another house too, so I'm trying to get a lot of other stuff done. So slowly trying to build. let's see. Let's see. Look, booth. I just need you to cross with the indicator. I'm still not going for that. My second year traded forex profitably. Bought my dream car. Hey, ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be my next. That's gonna be mine for 2024. I can't. Well, the reason why I want to say what my dream car is gonna be because I want to use that as a cash prize giveaway. Because I want to use that to whoever gets it right can win like a certain amount of money. So I don't want to say what it is. Oh, he said another house for investment or to live in. I want to move. Like I want to go to Texas. I want to build in Texas. The only issue is that my kids is gonna be here in Louisiana, so that was the only issue I was having with that, cause I have like split custody. But yeah, I'm trying to build in Texas. I want to build like around the Woodlands. I like the Woodlands area. I always been fond of that area, cause I didn't want to go too far, especially with the travel, cause I have to drive. Especially if I was to move to Dallas, that's like 6 hours here and 6 hours back. So I'm like, I'd just rather do Houston, where it just be damn near 2 hours. Like, I mean, I'm more old school, Leo. Like, I'm not like McLarens, Stingray Corvettes. Like, I'm not too over the top with cars. Like, just something nice, That's just how I am. Cause I don't know if you've seen it on my where my Instagram at. I mean, it's been a while since I took it. I mean, I need to update my pictures because I don't barely even go on Instagram. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I'm trying to go to my IG right now. Where's it at? Yeah, right here. That was a while back when I took that. When me and my son was at Home Depot. We was having fun. I think it was around Father's Day, if I ain't mistaken. Yeah, around that time. Yeah, we was out and about just having ourselves a good time, man. But yeah, I'm not fancy. Like, I mean, just something similar like that. I don't need nothing extravagant. I'm just not like that. I don't know. Like, I don't need no Lamborghinis and all of that. I mean, I'm just cool with just the normal stuff. I don't need to, bring too much attention to myself. Because that mother did bring some attention. As soon as I parked it over there, I was like, nope. It's like, never again. And then on top of that, like, I want to teach my son to be humble. I mean, I want to lead by example. That's why I want to do too much or go too far out, because I don't want him having that mindset thinking, I want him to work for what he believes in. I don't want him having his hands out or thinking if he do have something, he's better than everybody else. I'm like, nah, man. Be grateful for what you have. Be humble. Still be respectful to people. So I want to definitely instill that in him as a father to a son. That's why I don't go over the top, because I want him to just be grateful for the things he has in his life. Be appreciative of it, but don't take it for granted. Oh, let me see if I have my other one. I had that vet. I think I still. Let me see if I can bring my Instagram back up. Let me see. Do I still have the one with the vet? I think I'll probably take that one off. Yeah, I think I took it off. Yeah, that's when I was resetting all my pictures. I had one with a vet. Crap, took it off. Yeah. Yeah, I must have, yep, took it off. Okay, damn, and we still get rejected at that 475.25. I mean, like I said, and even with me, y'all can tell by my personality, I'm not like that. Like, I'm just not no. I don't know. I just can't do that. I just can't be one of these big-headed, just conceited. I just can't do it. It's just not in me to do it, man. Because I already know my mama go inside my head. Even though I'm a grown-ass man, I still had a fear of my mama going upside my head. Because that's just how much respect I have for my mom and, what she thinks on how I portray myself. So, that's just not the way I was raised. I can't do that. I can't be cocky and just think I'm above everybody else. That's why I respect Deck. Cause I mean, he has a nice house, nice cars, but he don't throw it in people's faces, and that's what I love about that. Same as AK-47, and I mean a lot of y'all guys. I mean y'all don't do that. I mean I know y'all don't do that, man. I mean y'all enjoy it, but y'all don't throw it in people's faces. And the reason why I don't do it because I don't know who's hurting. You know, I don't know who's broke or who might be going through a situation. So it's like that's why I don't do all of that, man. Because I try to have consideration for other people's situations. I just can't. But I mean, if I'm in Texas, oh yeah, best believe. Because I like to enjoy myself. You know, I mean, give me a nice little. And the way I do it is like I like to take a trip like towards the end of each. How I used to do it. I used to do it towards the end of each. Was it each month or each quarter? I think it was the end of each. I want to say it's the end of each month. Yeah, the end of each month, I would go like take a little trip somewhere. You know, it would just kind of relax, especially if I know I had a green month, you know, or, you know, like I know I busted my butt to make good profit and I can go relax. I can go, you know, just spend a little bit of it, just, you know, but I'll do that every time. Just kind of take a little breather so I don't be stuck on here without refreshing myself because I know I have to have a reset. Because sometimes it does get stressful, man. You stand at a screen for hours and hours, I'm like, ugh. And then on top of that, you stay stuck in your house without going anywhere. You become this hermit crab, man. You stand out away from like civilization, man. Like you're not communicating with people. I'm like, I gotta surround myself with people every once in a while. Cause other than that, I become antisocial and I don't want to talk to nobody. Whoa, Leo, that's yours? Are you getting that? Okay, oh, all right, I see you. Man, ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't calling you out, man. I ain't about to call you out. Come on, man. Hey, you earned it. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, let me see. Oh, let me see if I can find my video when we was racing. I'm trying to think where I put it at. I might have to. Let me see. I might have to send it to myself. It's on my phone. We were. I gotta try to see if I can find it. Where did I save it at? Cause we do this like every year. Gosh, trying to see if I can find it. Man, where did I save it at? Man, we was hitting. Man, we was hitting like, oh, like 100, no, close to 100. We do like this little racing thing we always do, like just on the streets every now and then. Don't follow us. Don't do what we do. But I'm trying to see if I can find it. Let me see. Is it in my? I'm gonna have to send it to myself if I can find it. I'm trying to think where I saved it at. Cause I mean we was oh there it is. I'm gonna have to send it to myself. I'm gonna show you because all I had was 2 pictures. I could have sworn I had more than that. I'm about to send it to my email so I can get the video off of there real quick. I sent it to my Gmail and then send it to my I mean, will it send it? Oh, I know what I'm gonna have to do. I don't know what I can do. I know exactly how I can send it. Copy to my album. I may have to use my phone. Did it send on there? Video capture. Video capture. You know, I mean, you can hear it, but I'm gonna try to put it on the computer. Let me see if you can hear it. Bro, we was tearing the streets up. Let me see. Let me see if I can download to my We have fun, man. We just gotta get together, get our cars, man. We just acting a fool, just having fun, just for old time's sakes. Nothing wrong with that. We don't do it all the time. Let me see if I can bring it up. I need to save it to my. See, I'm trying to transfer it from my phone to my whatchamacallit. Here we go. Let me save it to my. Put it on the J Trades, my little folder. Okay, where you at? Oh, it went off. Come on, come on. What we looking like? All right, still sideways. I'm here trying to get these videos forward so I can focus. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Is that it? Let me see. Let me make sure that's the right video. Oh, that is it. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, one. That was one. What the other one that? Man, like I said, man, we be having fun, man. I mean, just we do it every once in a while. Oh yeah, it's gonna be one of these slow days. Let me see. It was 1 o'clock now, so like I said, about 1:30. I'm gonna see if we're gonna have some type of we're gonna have some type of like transition. We're gonna either see another breakout, like breaking above this level here, or will we transition back on down? So as we get closer and closer towards 1:30, you'll start to see like a transition. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Either we're gonna continue on up, or we're gonna start to reverse on down. So you can see a little bit of volume starting to move in, trying to. Oh man, still no trades for me either. I'm still sitting on my hands. I still don't see anything. Still nothing, man. It's just sideways movements from here. I mean, we're still holding above 75. We're still holding above that key level here. So that's the mid area of that channel. It's like it's just midway. It's like after this 474 bounce back, I mean move on up, it just sideways. But yeah, man, I used to do everything, man. I did music, I did basketball, I tried out for N1, I did that. Man, I used to do so many things, man. That's why I push my kids to do, to be great. Push starting to be bought. Okay, I see it. Man, why is my thing so loud? Talking about around that 475, 25 mark. Yeah, I can see right here. I mean, they starting to get yeah, I see that. It is more education. Yeah, it is more educational. I mean, that's what I'm like. And speaking, I'm glad you said that, because speaking of education, we still need to, as we're going into 2024, you already know that we definitely got to stay on our the Breaking Bad method, because we're not trying to take bad habits into 2024. So definitely keep that in mind. We're trying to keep clean on that. Where's my mail? Where did I put it at? Where's my Breaking Bad stuff? Oh, here we go. Yep, we're not trying to take none of this into 2024. So if y'all have any of those issues, go ahead and start working on it now, because you only got a week left. So I'm just letting y'all know we'll definitely work on having the wrong mindset, not having a detailed plan, unstable work ethics, losing trade syndrome, losing money per trade, lack of track, and not having enough patience. So we definitely need to work on all of that while we are transitioning over to 2024. So let's see. What are y'all main areas that y'all having trouble with? Like, as far as was on this list, and I'm pretty sure I know we have way much more. But what are the main areas? Yeah, that's true. Then I'm gonna set up you right. I need to do that. Good call on that, boss. Appreciate you. So, what areas do y'all guys really need help with? Is it the wrong mindset? Is it not having a detailed plan? Unstable work ethics? Is it losing trade? Is it losing money per trade? Lack of track, basically not tracking down none of your activities, as far as, your losses, your gains, the reason why you got in, not having enough patience, which I know is mainly a lot of people's issue. It's the patience part. We know that for sure. Because I even have it. So, like what I'm having now, having my patience is wearing thin with the way this market going right now. But I'm still having control. You gotta have control. You gotta stay afloat, man. Because your money is important, especially if you're trying to transition over to being self-employed and full time. You definitely got to work on your patience, because you don't want to just jump into any trade in any given point in time with no game plan. Because you definitely want to give money back to the market. You trying to? I'm not. Okay, let me see. Let me see what I can go over. Okay. I'm going to try to break it down one by one from my experience. But it's moving. That bad boy, so I told you this. I told you I see more upside. I told you. See more upside on that bad boy. But let's see. I told you I seen that uptrend. That's why I kept that uptrend right here. It's slowly creeping. It broke past that, so that means that can turn into support if it stays above it. So I told you, each area that was once resistance is now support. And they're just slowly creeping, trying to make floors, if you notice. Every area had trouble trying to break right above it. Float, go to the next. Float, go to the next till it gets to that 476 to get that push. I told you that's what it was doing. Why do you think I was drawing them little lines earlier? When I kept saying them little resistance marks, I said all they doing is just using that for floors. I seen that from a mile away what they was doing on that one. Yep. Here in the transition is probably starting up, because what time it is? 1:12 to about 1:30. Yep, something about to take place. Either we're going to see even more upside or something. Something about to happen. We in that transition time now. It's game time on this one. Watch. It always does it around this time. For some apparent reason, it does it around this exact time. He said all of them a little bit, but lack of detailed plan. What I'm trading, I'm not in safe mindset, emotional, desperate. First time here, I love your energy. Appreciate you, Leo, man. Appreciate you, man. And I love y'all as well, man. Trust me, we be doing. I should have did it today or not. I forgot when it was. Man, we was having like a blast in the past. We was going back to like 80s and 90s stuff. Leo, man, we was doing. We was reminiscing like on old cartoons, old television shows they used to come on. Like, man, y'all about to have me do it now. Because it got me thinking about it, saying and stuff. You know what? well, one thing is important. Let me go over Pete's stuff first, because that's more important. I'm sorry before we do that. Okay, he said a little bit lack of detailed plan. Okay, let me help Pete out real quick with this. Okay, as far as your detailed plan, okay, what are you lacking as far as your detailed plan? So you talking about right here, not having a detailed plan, you mean? So, okay, what are you lacking? Like, as far as your game plan, I'm saying, like, do you know, I mean, have you went over your environment? Do you know exactly where where your resistance is, your support is? You know exactly where your entry is, where your exit is gonna be. Did you go over to make sure did you have economic data, earnings, anything that can give a market a boost? Like things of that nature. Like, I mean, a lot of things come into play, but as we went over today for this week, we already went over that we're not going to have a lot of economic data, and no earnings. So we know for sure that this week is going to be primarily based off of momentum, pretty much. It's going to be momentum based. So we know that for sure. Let me see. See, unstable work ethics is pretty much you're not practicing. That's the unstable work ethics. It's like you're not. It's like soon as you get off the computer, as soon as the market closed, you done. You just walk away from the computer. You're not practicing. You're not studying. You're not going over. Like even in the morning, you're not setting up right. For pre-market, you getting up late, getting in at 9 o'clock, close to 9:30 after deck then went over all the talking points like that. That's a horrible work ethic. That's another thing. How many trades? Let me see. How many trades do you place a day? 1 or 2. 1 or 2. And the only time I might do 2, I'm not gonna lie, because I used to do like a little cheap method, but I realized I was wasting my day trades. So what I would do, morning active, well, afternoon, that too. But Leo, see, okay, what I would do is, when I couldn't decipher which side was better from puts and calls, like the Bears and the Bulls, I would put it on both. So I would put one share on one side and one share on the other side, and see which one had more effect. So if I feel like Bulls had it and calls had more of it, I would hurry up and get out of my put, take a little small loss, so therefore my calls can recover that loss and just finish up the profit. I would do that, but I was like, I gotta stop doing that too, because I'm wasting day trades on that too, especially if you're under the PDT. But that was another thing I used to do. I used to play both sides of the fence. So I would have my so I would do this. Let me bring it out real quick. So I would have my my red labels for my calls, and my yellows for my puts. So I would put like an order in for my calls, and I'll put an order in for my puts. Yeah. Oh, when it was Friday. I did try to get in on the. I ain't gonna lie to you. I tried to get in on the put. I took a small like $10 loss. I ain't gonna lie to you. Then I had to get it back. So I'll be honest with that. But cause it didn't go back up. It just kind of. That's why I was like, I didn't want to do puts no more. I was like, I'm gonna stick to calls. So I took a small baby loss. Money I know I can get back. That's why I say put yourself in safe positions when you know you can get money back. You can recover your losses. Jeremy B, what's going on, Cap? G Games. Is that my son or that? Wait a minute. Is that my son text me that talking about? I see y'all. I think that is my son. It says hi. Really? Let me see. Let me see. How's y'all day, fellas? Trying to talk to everybody. How's y'all day, fellas? All right, cool. Put that in my YouTube. Cause I forgot I gotta, man, I keep forgetting I got all these areas. I mean, I gotta look at Twitch, I gotta look at Twitter, I gotta look, everybody responded to me. I'm like, crap, my fault. So I put how's your day, fellas. Oh, let me finish responding to Leo. I recommend trying swing trading. Nah, don't get me wrong. I'll do swing trading, but it has to be a certain setup for me. Like I don't just jump in anywhere, Leo. Like okay, if I'm looking at it from a channel standpoint, once I figure out my overall support area where I know it can go to like certain lows and recover, something like this, or even with a put, but that's how I do my channels. I mean, that's how I do my swings. I wait for overall areas I knew they can recover where I can sit and ride it on out. That's normally how I do my swings. But if I'm doing a day trade, I kind of have the same mindset. I wait for, I look for a channel play. I look for the very bottom. Get in for a call, ride it on up, get out. Or same vice versa for a put. Wait for it to get up for the tops. And I know that's the main area of resistance. I get in, ride it on down, get out. That's basically what I do. But I mainly look for day trades. I'm in and out. And that's why I say I wait for the big profits. So I wait for big moves like this instead of getting caught in them consolidated phases when you kind of like stuck in just like consolidated moves like this when you don't make much. I wait for moves where you can get big profits, where you can, like I said, either on the downside or the upside. So that's why I just sit on my hands, like what I'm doing now, and I'm just analyzing my price points. So right now I'm looking at a channel at this moment at 474 bottoms and 476 tops. So right now we are still like in this little mid area trying to move up to the top. So if I look at it, put it like this, okay, if I take all of this off, I take off the 440s. Oh shoot, yeah, did I take it right? I did right. Keep the 475 is the middle. And I stretch this back out. I can see it from a channel standpoint. So that's my bottoms, right? It's 474 and 476 here. Boom. See? So I know for sure this is my bottoms. This is my middle. And 476 is my top because normally SPY moves by twos. So, because you'll have 474, 476, 478, and then up to 480. So that's normally what I do. So that's why I'm just sitting on my hands. Because the way that I trade, I don't have to trade every day. Like I can make profits. I just wait. I wait for an opportunity. I mean, they even know this. Me and Marty be tag teaming on that. So I wait for big opportunities where I can make $4, $4, $5, $6, damn near $10 versus just $2. So, because if you think about it, it's really just a $2 movement. Like if you think about it, because if you get in at 474, from 474 to 475 is $1. From 475 on up, that's an additional $1. That's $2 within the movement. So versus here, when you went from 474 all the way down to 470, what was it? Was 474 on down? What did they have a bigger drop? That's not it. No, they had a way bigger drop than this. Oh, I see it. Here. My bad, I was on the wrong one. Yeah, here, when you went up to like the 470, almost the 476 area, and you had a nice on drop down to the 469s, the 468s, and then you went back on up. Then you went back on up from the 468s back on up to the 475s. Stuff like this. This is what I like. When you got way more opportunity to make money, where your account could definitely change for the better. I mean, I don't mind scalping, but I mean, if I can wait for a big opportunity and I see it moving up to certain high areas of resistance, I'll wait. I'll just wait for it to get to that area, then I'll catch it. Or support. Same thing here. I'll wait for support, I'll catch it. Because, I mean, you can see that 468 was a strong area because you can see it back in the past. I mean, right here you bounce. Right here you bounce. And then we keep going further out. Around this area, you bounced, and then you went back on up. So, I mean, once you start to familiarize yourself with these key areas, I mean, because if you look at it from a bigger standpoint, from a bigger channel, instead of the 474 to 476, if you look at it from 476 down to 468, look where your top was at. Look where your bottoms is at. So imagine you getting all the way here and riding that bad boy down. Or getting down here and riding that bad boy back on up. You see the big opportunities? That's why I look at it from channel standpoints, where I know I can sit in and really ride that bad boy on up. So that's what I look for. That's why I don't trade every day. I wait for just right opportunities where I can nail it and make it like a $10 move out of a trade. 50K is good money still. All you need to know 2 times your capital. Yeah. And then, like I said, especially once I hit, well, because right now I'm doing a small account challenge. That's why I really haven't been doing a lot, because I'm doing a small account challenge with a few other members. So right now, let me break it down to you on the since you're new here, Leo. Let me show you the small account challenge and what we doing. That's why I haven't been doing so much, because I've been stuck in this little small account challenge real quick. So the first phase is right here. See, me and two other members. We start off with $100, right? We go with $100, then we hit the mid of 500. Who gets here, and then who closes out phase one at 1,000. That'll be your phase one. That'll be your silver trophy. Then once you cross over from 1,000 and go into the next phase, which would be 2,500 to 5,000, that's your gold trophy. That's phase two. Last but not least, your last portion, which is phase three, is you go from 5,000 to 15, and then whoever gets to the $25,000 mark to cross over to PDT, boom, that's your diamond trophy. So I had a little bet with them. I said if one of them could get to $25,000 before I do, I would give them $5,000 cash prize. However, if I get there before them and one of them come in second, they'll get half of that, which would be $2,500. So, so I'm just creating a little fun, for my, with my teammates, man. I mean, that's all I do. I just have fun. And then plus I just help them, stay better, encouraged as far as their trading, stay on top of their game, because they know if I'm in there with them, I'm not about to play. I'm coming full force. So Nuno know what's up. I ain't playing with him. Me and Nuno trying to get to 500 real quick. So, but yeah, we're just having a little fun while we close out for the year. But at the same time, too, I'm just trying to show people that, man, you can grow a small account to a big account, if you just have a trading plan and faith, and confidence in yourself. Because if I could take $100 and go to 1,000, and then go from 1,000 to 5,000, then from 5,000 to 10,000, it's like, dang, if I started with just $100, then that's showing you the possibility. If only you have a game plan behind the moves you make. That's it. Oh, now you crossing. Let's see. What time is it? 1:26. Where I'm at on my Let me look at my contracts real quick. Yeah, but like I said, I was just doing a small account and the reason why I went back to the small account, Leo, was because I know how a lot of people, their confidence kind of gets shot down a little bit. They don't have a lot of confidence in themselves because they see other people celebrating their wins, and the fact that they have small accounts, they're not really driven to want to push hard. So I'm like, if I go back down to a small account, I can do this with y'all. Just show y'all there's a possibility. Where there's a will, there's a way. Like, I could take something small and turn it to something big by just having consistency, profitable, profits and a game plan, pretty much. So that's why I was doing it. So it just kind of to boost a lot of our members up, who may be discouraged or feel like, just because they have a certain amount of money, they can't excel. So that's why I'm doing it too. And which is why you see on my little chart, the chart in green, 325. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm at 325. So I'm just waiting for the next opportunity to go from 325 to 500. So they'll put me halfway in, and then go from 500 to 1,000. That'll get me out of phase one, then go into the next one. But it's all to show that I started off with $100. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's a pain because when you have a small account, it is definitely harder to grow. But as long as you stay consistent, you cut your losses quickly, and you constantly moving on up. I mean, you elevate to bigger opportunities. So that's what I'm just trying to instill in them. Like, don't ever give up. Just always keep pushing. It's always where there's a will, there's a way. So that's all I'm trying to do, is instill in them. Okay, 130 about to roll around. We're gonna see a transition. We're gonna see some more downside, upside, side. I mean, what we're gonna see. We still holding above because we moved up. I mean, because remember we stayed straddling around the 475. Now we done moved up from that area. If you notice, we stayed around this little area for a little while. Then we moved up to new key levels. Now, if you notice, now we're up towards this 475.25 levels. So if you notice, but it's slow. Pay close attention. Slowly moving on up. It's creeping on up. But now we got away from the 475 because if you notice, we're getting away from that mid area. Now we slowly, even though we're getting these little pullbacks, we slowly moving this way. We slowly creeping this way. Man, God. Let me see. Let me get my contracts. I'm going to see if I still see anything that I might hold overnight. I'm going to see. Let me check it out. Where's my contracts? Today is the 26th, right? All right, 26. So is that the one I wanted? That contract I wanted? Yeah, that is the one I wanted. So, because I see the crossover. Let me see if we're going to. And that's tomorrow. I might get into this one. I might. See, I should have got in right here if I would have got in. That would have been smart because that would put me at the low areas. Then especially on this chart pattern, it put me around the VWAP. I hate buying off the VWAP where it can fall back on down. That's what I don't like. I don't want that. I should have got in here or in these little key areas. I should have gotten in these little key areas around this VWAP because when you start to get up here, I mean, that's like a gap in between the two from, your candles and the VWAP where it can easily fall, come back on down. That's why I like getting into comfort areas where I know it's safe and it can move back on up, but like buying like highs like this, I don't like that. Yeah, I can't do that. Because I like to play it safe. I mean, I just don't like jumping in anywhere. I can't do that. I mean, again, if I have to be a leader and I have to show them how I trade, and that's not the way I trade. I don't just jump in anywhere because it's moving on up. Hell to the no. I'm not trying to destroy my account or get psyched out of out of a position because that can happen if you get in the wrong position. So, all right. So 30 more minutes. Like I said, I'll head on out. Because I don't think it's gonna be nothing after this. I mean, I'm gonna just be sitting here. Unless y'all bring up some old school stuff like we used to do. Man, you say 4-time frame, I'll take me ages. No, I mean I could, but the thing about Leo, especially on these options, if you get into these the right contracts, that was like last week. I showed them they had a contract you could have got in at 20 cents, and that bad boy shot up to. I mean, do I have a? I don't think I took a screenshot of it. I don't think I did. Let me go back over here. Did I take a screenshot? That bad boy went from 20 cents to, I think, $11. So, like I said, the power of these contracts, if you're on the right side of momentum, it can definitely be game changing. So, that's why I'm just slowly just being, and plus right now, just like, if I do get in, it just had to be something I have to hold over. No, I don't think I saved it. Man, I thought I had saved that contract, the one that went from $20, 20 cents to like 11. Oh my God. Boy, if I would have gotten that. Oh. That contract, I probably would have been on phase 2 by now. That's why I told y'all for puts, man, it told y'all like who was going in for puts. It was who was it? That's why I told y'all to be careful on puts. It's just tough when you're going on these staircases, these stair climbs like this, because you got to think about it in reverse as if it was on a downtrend. It'll be hard to get in on buys. I mean, it's steady moving up. Like, let me see where we at right now. Where's the price points? Where we at right now? 530. Yes, it's still moving up. I mean, it's still just steady moving. Man, I should have caught this. How about I caught that? I'd have been in. Because that would have put me, man. Yep, because I'd have been closing Damn, I've been like almost $400 already. My account would have went up to 400. Ugh. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it because these are the best moves. I love these type of moves where right here where it bends, but it don't break, because it's kind of like a rubber band. That's like my favorite moves on these indicator moves, when they do this and it don't go, like it doesn't they like the indicators don't break one another. They lay on top of each other. It's like a rubber band effect, and it slings right back on up. That's the one I should have caught. Man, I wasn't even thinking when I seen that. Too busy breaking down lessons and stuff. I wouldn't even focus. But that's on me. I mean, because I had to teach y'all, man. I had to help y'all. So I'll set myself up for the next one. But yeah, I just don't like buying up here. Like this here though, I love that. Because like I said, you're already getting overextended. Your indicators are not breaking. And then you got supported the VWAP and the uptrend. So once you get in this area, which was around 474.86. Yeah, 474.86. Could have just rolled that bad boy on up in the 75s with no issues. Man, that's cool. It's gonna be another setup. It's gonna be another one. I'm gonna wait. man. That's why I sit back and look for patterns. That's why I don't like just jumping in and anywhere. I just can't do it. Because right here, you're getting tested. Didn't I have? Yeah, I think 475 was one of them. One of the lines I think I had before. Yep, it got rejected at that one. It's not like a major rejection, though, but it looked like it want to curl. That indicator looked like it want to curl. I see it curling, but it's not breaking yet. I mean, it's not crossing. See, watch. Pay close attention to that indicator. It's like it's gonna treat it like a rubber band until it crosses. Then you'll get a nice drop, a nice drop. But if you notice that blue is still sitting on top, see how it retracts right back to it. See that? It retracts right back up to that bad boy. As long as you don't see a crossover, as long as that blue indicator stays on top of the orange, you're in the clear as far as in the green. But the minute that crosses over, then you start to see some downside. See, it gapped down, but that it still hasn't crossed on the downside just yet. Leo, Morty's active. Anybody still taking no trades, or y'all still sitting in your hands? I'm still sitting on my hands. I still haven't traded yet. Just waiting it out at this moment. I ain't gonna lie, that fool calling my name though. Pete, any moves? You took the put? Did you take a put? Or are you just sitting out? May also be bouncing off of that support. Oh, yeah, you're right. 475.20. Yeah, the line that I had. God, why did I take my lines off? Yeah, the areas I'll be calling out. I'll be calling out by the support. I took the lines off. Yeah, like something like this. You got rejected. You came on down. Got rejected. Came on down. So this would be another area of resistance here. Boom, boom, boom. That's around. Yep, that's around 475.20. Yep, that's right. That is correct, buddy. You called that. Yep, 475.20. So that's one. Boom. So that'll be that level. And then what else? I know that's the main one for sure, because I think that was the area it was having trouble at before. So that area should hold up its strong support. Oh, he never cracked. I'm trying to see how far else can we. Let me keep it on watch. I think it's gonna probably do like it did around that. It's gonna probably start to like not channel, but just kind of play around that area real quick. I think that's what it's gonna do. Yep, because you got rejected here, same little area, rejected, and then now you're above it. So I think it's gonna probably play around this little area real quick now on the upside instead of the downside. Right around that little key area. I'm still not going for it though. I mean, the fact is, it's not close to the VWAP. I just like being closer to the VWAP. It just makes me feel more comfortable. Like I like getting like this area, these little areas, something like this. But when it's up here, I don't like getting in because it can easily just, come down this way. Like it'll start to like fill that gap. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna chill. I'll wait. That's where your patience come in. At you gotta just chill out. Wait for the opportunity to set themselves up. Yep, no place for me. Same here, boss. Ain't no place for me either. And I'm not trying to force one until I see a nice setup. I see a nice setup, then I go for it. But right now, I'm still not doing it either. I'm sitting on my hands. So that's why I said in about 20 minutes, I'd rather walk away without tempting myself or jumping on the computer and doing something stupid. Because you know how it is. You know, once your emotions and everything get involved, FOMO, you're ready to jump into a play you know you shouldn't have. And I've been caught in these before. Yeah, boy, trade life. Yeah, I like this little new little setup though I got. I mean, I can see it better. My little chat box, I like that. It separates your Twitch and your YouTube from one another. I was trying to look for one to see if they had one for Rumble and something else. I was trying to look up. Yep, slow uptrend. Yeah, that's what it is. Active. It's a slow uptrend. Cause you're going from, your prices is slowly going up. I mean, you're going from the 474.60s to the, let me go up a little bit. We can see the lines. Around the 474.90s up to the 475s, then 474.20s, and I mean, it just slowly grinding up. That's what I'm telling puts to be careful because you don't want to get stuck in that, especially if you're trying to get in on the same day contract on a put. And you don't get, man, that time decay gonna wear you out. I'm telling you, the way that pattern is going right now, you're not getting no dramatic drop. It's just sideways. You're getting like small windows of opportunities. That's why I'm like, just be careful on that. You do better going for calls at this moment. So you get a clear sign of a reversal, I would stay on the call side. Because now you are above 475, right? You're above in the mid area. You're still moving on up. I'm going to keep it on watch, though. Because it looked like it want to curl. It looked like the indicators want to curl, like we want to go down. Like we want to see a little bit of downside, but it's still holding above that 475.20 mark. Let's see. Look like we're cracking a little bit. See, like I said, these little areas, that's why I can't do these areas. I either rather get in like on an area where I know it has like support where it can move up like big time. But in these little areas, it's tough. I'm gonna keep it on watch. Yep, I'm still sitting on my hands though, ladies and gentlemen. I still haven't traded yet. Still sitting on my hands, not forcing the trades. I'm just letting it do what it do. Just seeing what we right now I'm just checking out the price points. That's it. I'm just looking at price points, price actions. You know, where are we turning, where are we bouncing? You know, so I can keep that in mind. I can keep that jotted down as we go into the next day to see if those areas will come into play, you know, for the next trading opportunity. So yeah, no trades for me yet. I just haven't seen a real dramatic move. Something like this, we can get a nice fall and then a good little bounce back on up. Or, I mean, like I said, I'm just sitting on my hands. It's just sideways movements. I mean, if I do get in on something like this, that'll have to be a swing. But I'm not doing a swing unless we get a nice pull back down, further down here. Because I'm not getting in the area where it can fall back down to the VWAP and damn near push me out of my position. So, because that's around 475.20. And that area could hold up as support. I mean, and the reason why I say that is because you can see right here, you got rejected. Rejected. Broke above it, tried to bounce, right back above it, bounce. And we're kind of playing around the same little key area. It's around that 475, 20-ish mark, somewhere in this little bracket. So I'm just trying to see if we're going to actually fall or will it try to hold up as support. So I'm just keeping on watch at this moment. Because then the next area will be down here. We have some resistance in this area. So you got rejected. I think that was around the 475.10, I think. Yep, 475.10. Got some little bit of rejections here and here in these little key areas. So, trying to see what the actual. Yep, see, they trying to hold it above that 475.20 mark. So he's still trying to hold it and around these key areas. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna just wait it out. Trust me, as bad as I want to jump in the trade, I'm like, just gotta be patient. Gotta be patient, man. Let me see. Let me look on the 30. Let me see how we look on the 30-minute time frame. If I see any more clear patterns, real quick. Nah, shit, they even look. Really don't even look as better at all either. Yeah, not even on the 30. Still kind of off. I mean, it's still pointing up, but it's just these candles look a little off. They don't look healthy. It's like, hell, Friday looked way more healthy than today. How many red candles you got? 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and roughly 6 green candles. So we know who in control right there. We know buyers is in control at this moment. Gonna be steady moving up. See, I'm trying to set it up the best way possible on this thing. Even on the 30-minute. Yeah, see, that's why I don't think we touched the top just yet, because it's not even aligning up with the uptrend. See, I'm talking about these little areas. That's why I'm thinking this is not the actual top, because we haven't. It's not matching. It's not looking right. It's like, to me, it's just 475.30. It's just not an ideal number to me, to be like, oh, it's resistance. It's about to come back on down. It just seemed like an off number. So I don't think that's the actual resistance, the actual tops. So that's why I'm thinking we're going to probably go up a little higher. We may touch that 476. But this area, just not, nah, it's not going to be the top. I think we're going to go a little bit higher than that. Because we only, 70 cents away from 476? I'm just trying to see if I see a pattern within it. I just don't see an overall pattern at the moment. I mean, like I said, I got this little uptrend, but as far as the top region, I just see. I don't see too much of nothing. I think we're still gonna run back on up. I think so, because I just don't see no like areas that are actually just start causing this to drop right here in this little spot, because it's all this empty space, and it's only 475.30. I'm like, it's just not an ideal number to be like that's just gonna be an overall drop for today. So that's why I'm thinking it's gonna push higher. I think we'll go higher than that. Just not idealistic to me. Because, I mean, especially here, we ran all the way up to 475.90, almost to 476, and then we were damn near back up to these key areas. So it's like, it ain't no way you're going to just go ahead and just top and just drop all the way down. Like, nah. You know what I mean? You got to keep pushing. Because you already had drops. Because after you hit, like, these key areas, you bounced. Hit this key area, you bounce, and you already had all your bouncing potential. So now the only area for me that I'm thinking is to start pushing back on up. Because you got this bounce, and time to go back on up. Start pushing it back towards this 476. The way the pattern is presenting itself. I mean, you are in an ascending triangle, but that's what I'm thinking. Like this 475.30 area, it just does not seem ideal to me that this is like the overall top. That that's the top for the day. We done. I'm like, nah. I think we're gonna push up even higher. I think we're gonna go way. I think we'll go a lot more higher than that. What is this? Oh, it's the week out. And then we still on that, we're still on this cup and handle pattern still. On that mission. Because we only, sitting at 75. That's only keeping us, $5 away from 480. So that's why I'm thinking that between today and tomorrow is going to be like kind of setting itself up. Getting closer and closer towards the area of 480. Because you got to remember, Thursday we have our economic data coming out. We have the... I know for sure we have the initial jobless claims coming out at 8:30, and then what was the other one? I think it was the wholesale at 10, and that's Thursday. And then Friday is going to be like this is going to be the last week before the year ends. So I'm thinking, personally, they're going to try to push it as high as they can, because after this week, next week ends, 2024 is kicking in. So it's like we're getting closer and closer to these marks. I told you that 30 wasn't gonna be ideal. Now we're in the 40s. Cause I can just look at these prices. I'm like, the prices be off. I'm like, it just don't look right. Because again, when you start to understand the personalities of these stocks, these ETFs and whatnot, you'll understand the price actions. That's why I was like, it just wasn't out there to me on SPY to be just hitting 475.30 and this drop. I'm like, nah, I gotta go a little higher than that. It just that 30 area just don't seem reasonable to me. I can see 50, 60, 70s back into those highs, but 30, like, nah. I don't think 30 is it. 30 is not the ultimate top. I'm heading out for the day. See you tomorrow. All right, Marty. I'll see you, boss. Man, you have a good one. Yeah, I'm about to be getting off too in about 10 minutes. I'm about to be rocking and rolling too because I don't think it's going to be too much opportunities right now. I mean, if you got in on the long side, just ride it on up. That's the only thing I can say. If y'all guys got in here like in the 472s, 474s, I mean, y'all in good standing and you just riding on up. Because I don't see no downside at the moment. So you just slowly, grinding on up. So y'all good for calls. It's on a 30 minutes. So let me go back to my 3-minute. Yeah, I might soon be bouncing off myself, y'all. Because it just, just one of them days. Just, yeah. Because I don't want to, I want to tempt myself and just jump in something that I know I shouldn't jump into. So I don't want to set myself up for failure. So that's why I'm going to walk away and wait for tomorrow. See what tomorrow set itself up for. And then go from there. But we are still on the uptrend. You can see it from this. I mean, bouncing, and then you just slowly moving its way on up. So it's just the overall uptrend. You can just see it. I was trying to make a new man. Let me take this one off. Move this one. Just start it from the other area. We just started from something like. Where's my take this one off. Can't see it. I was trying to line it up as perfect as I could. Perfect as I could. Something like. I mean, that would seem more reasonable. Something like that. I mean, you bounce, and then you just slowly trying to. Oh, yeah. Yep, I don't see nothing. I ain't about to even. I'm not doing it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not about to tempt myself. I mean, we may see some action as we go into power hour and then towards the market close, we may see something. I mean, right now, we're just kind of like some sideways movements at this moment. And we got to break that 475.40. As you can see right here, we got rejected. Came up, rejected, up, rejected, up, rejected. So this area for sure we have to break 440. So that's going to be another key area. Let's see. Make a price action on that one. Cause that gumbo calling my name and yeah, I'm about to go eat for this show. Yeah, see, slowly moving on. No, but then it's like I see another down. I mean, it's like I see another uptrend within this, like something like that. But that's too. Cause I'm trying to line it up with the lines too. As far as the ascending purposes. You kind of see here it goes up, here it goes up. I think I might be a little bit too far out with that one. I'm just trying to find a pattern real quick. Cause that might be about right, cause that's 75.20. We bounce off that 475.20, it'd be kind of like bouncing off this uptrend. If that'd be right, if we bounce off of it. Cause I see it's a ascending 1, ascending 2, and ascending 3. It's trying to bounce off of that 475.20 mark. Oh. Yeah, I just don't see nothing, guys. Not for me. I mean, I'd rather wait till tomorrow or at least, like I said, power hour, do something, then yeah. But right now, I'm just, nah. Nah, it's just not my bag of tea right now. Can't do it. I'm gonna have to call mine today too. Oh, where you gonna pull back to? Are you gonna? Why? When I say I want to get off, you want? See what I mean? Right when I say I want to get off and want to do something childish like this, you just. I swear here, everything I say, the minute I say I'm about to get off. Oh no, let me drop a little bit. Man, you childish. Let me see where we go now. Let me just see before I get off. Cause right when I said I was about to get off, then all of a sudden I want to start pulling back to just tempt me to do something. Did you see the head and shoulders on the 5? Let's see. 5 minutes. 5. I don't really see a head and shoulders too much. Let me see. Let me stretch it out just a little bit. Yeah, you talking about right here and right here? No. Well, nah, that's not head and shoulders. That's not head and shoulders. Nah, that's not head and shoulders. Because then that uptrend still holding. It's not a complete head and shoulders. Now, let me show you what would have been a good head and shoulders. If you would have had, yeah, it's still gonna be on the uptrend. I mean, we get some pullbacks. I think it's still gonna uptrend. That's why I'm not falling for it. Like, had this would have did this, and then this, and then back here, I can see that. But yeah, I still think it's on the uptrend. Yeah, Marty, I still think it's on the uptrend. I still see that. Yeah, see? It's still on the uptrend. Let's see. I'm getting a few little follows. Appreciate that. The ones who followed on Rumble, appreciate you. I'm getting the notification on my phone. I can't still set it up on my computer yet. I mean, on my thing yet. Once I get the Rumble set up for followers, I can give y'all shout outs. But definitely shout out. I got a follower not too long ago. Appreciate y'all. So definitely even on YouTube, man, smash up the like. Let's get this algorithm up. Let's get everything up and running because I will be doing more content, of course. I'm just starting, man, so y'all got to give me some time, man. I mean, y'all can't start judging me too fast, too soon, so y'all got to give me some time, man. I mean, I'm growing just like everybody else. So I'm only human. I mean, hey, I'm doing the best that I can. To put out good content. It's not easy, but I'm here. So let me see. What the hell? Package is ready for. Oh, I do got a package today. Today's the 26th. Oh yeah. I was like, why I got a package delivering to me? I do got one. I forgot about that. Yeah, because like I said, I do see the head and shoulders that you point out, Marty. But at the same time, again, the indicators are still on top. I still see an uptrend. So that's why I can't really call it out just yet. I'm still keeping it on watch though. I mean, I do see what you're saying. I see it here, but it's like I guess just due to the choppiness. Yeah, Mora, appreciate you, Mora. Yeah, I seen it pop up on my time. Let me see. To the choppiness. Oh God. You know it's gonna do all that. Yeah, Mora, appreciate you, Mora. God dang it! How you turn it off? Yeah, I seen it pop up. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? On my time. Let me see. Shut up. God dog. I want to hear myself twice. Let me see. I'm trying to see if this area gonna actually hold more. Because like I said, I just still think that it's still gonna go up. I don't think. I mean, like I said, I do see the shoulder, head and shoulder pattern you are talking about. I do see it. But it's just the fact is, I don't know if we're gonna have a lot of sellers coming in because, man, we're getting closer and closer towards the end of the market. And I mean, if spot just has been just going up, despite the pullbacks, we still just been going up. So it's like, I wonder if enough sellers are brave enough to step in and actually start to pull it back on down. You know, especially as we're getting closer and closer towards the end of the market. Is basically what I'm saying. Good stuff, man. Yeah, I'm out too. I'm about to be heading out, Pete, Marty, and them. Yeah, I'm about to be getting off. That was Jenna that said that. That was not Marty. No, I was talking to Marty. Jenna said that. Yeah, I do see the head and shoulders though, but it's not a full head and shoulders. Not just yet. I mean, I see what you're saying though. Yeah, so let me go ahead and start gearing myself up because it's about that time for me to roll out. Because yeah, I don't see an opportunity to trade. I'm not about to take it. I'm not about to do that to myself. Can't do it. I'm not gonna take that risk. So as I head out, I thank everybody for tuning in. Again, I hope that everybody had a wonderful Merry Christmas with their families. And again, I want to give my thank you, my salute, everything to y'all for pushing me to being the trader that I am. You know, whether it was on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TradeCaster, everybody. I want to give everybody love to telling y'all thank y'all for believing in me, because I had to believe in myself in order to provide everything that I'm doing now. But I'm grateful for everything that y'all have done for me as far as building up my courage and my confidence to put me on this path where I'm at. So again, thank y'all so much for that, man. I'm truly blessed to be surrounded by great people. And we will be, but like I said, if anything don't take place around Power Hour or, let me see if I heard somebody chime in real quick before I head out. Usually, yeah, 2 o'clock, yeah, which is, but I don't see anything, and I'm not about to be tempted. but yeah, I'm about to be here now, y'all. But like I said, if anything pop off, between Power Hour or whatever, I'll jump back on. I'll let y'all know if I will. But at this time, I'm gonna just kind of relax and chill. Just set myself up for maybe tomorrow's opportunity, because like I said, we don't have any economic data coming out today. This week. Not economic. I'm sorry. Earnings. We don't have any earnings coming out this week at all. And the only good economic data we will have is going to be Thursday, which is going to be the initial jobless claims. So I'm thinking it's going to be a setup starting today and tomorrow, as far as building it up closer and closer towards the 480. So once Thursday rolls in and the economic data comes out, we can see a push to those levels and possibly up to 480 by Friday, if everything sets itself up the way that it should. But at this moment, I'm not trading. I'm going to just wait tomorrow to see how it sets itself up. But I am going to still go for calls. So I'm letting y'all know that now. Still going to do calls. But congratulations to all of those, because I'm hungry, for all of those who did trade. And if you didn't trade, still congratulations for having the discipline and the mentality, the mindset to just not force a trade. So congratulations on y'all today too. But I will be back in tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern, 10:15 Eastern, 9:15 Central. Yeah, I got that. Cool, got it. But yeah, I will be checking back in with y'all tomorrow, man. But as I log out, man, y'all have a blessed night. I will see y'all. Do not force a trade, and y'all know what I'm gonna say before I head out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put grateful over greed, and you'll succeed every single time. Till then, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow for Wild Card Wednesday. Peace.